A strange thing happens when fast English enters an untrained mind. The speaker says one sentence. You hear the first few words, then your mind stops. It grabs one unknown word and begins fighting with it. What does that mean? Did I hear it correctly? Should I translate it? While your mind is still trapped inside that one word, the speaker has already said 3 more sentences. And now you are lost. Not because the English was impossible, not because the speaker was too fast, but because your mind was too busy to keep moving. This is the hidden reason many learners can read English well, study grammar for years, and know thousands of words, yet still feel lost during a simple movie, podcast, conversation, or audiobook. Their ears are listening, but their mind is arguing. Imagine 2 people standing beside a fast-moving river. The first person tries to catch every drop of water with their hands. They become tired, frustrated, and afraid. The second person stops fighting the river. They watch its direction. They understand where it is going. Fast English is like that river. You will never understand it by chasing every word. You must learn how to move with the meaning. And that begins when the noise inside your mind becomes quiet. In this audiobook, you are not going to memorize endless vocabulary lists. You are not going to fill your mind with difficult rules that disappear the moment a real person begins speaking. You are going to train the part of your mind that understands before translation, the silent listener inside you, the listener that catches complete ideas, the listener that stays calm when one word is missing, the listener that follows fast voices without fear. You may believe you are simply bad at listening, but what if your real ability has never been trained correctly? What if fast English does not need to become slower? What if your mind needs to become calmer, sharper, and faster? That is what this journey will teach you. You will learn how to silence the voice that interrupts every sentence. You will build focus that stays with the speaker. You will train your brain to catch ideas instead of broken words. You will learn vocabulary through real English, and slowly you will stop translating every sentence. English will begin to enter your mind directly. Sound will become meaning. Meaning will become understanding, and understanding will begin to feel natural. But before we begin, make one promise. Do not listen to this audiobook like background noise. Listen like someone who is ready to change. Test every lesson. Use every exercise. Return each day even when your progress feels small, because one day you will press play on an English podcast, movie, or audiobook, and something will feel different. The speaker will still be fast, but you will no longer be afraid. Your mind will be quiet. Your attention will be ready. And for the first time, you will not be running behind the English. You will be moving with it. Your silent mind has been sleeping long enough. It is time to wake it up. Lesson 1. Awaken the silent listener. Inside you is a powerful listener. It is calm. It is quick. It can understand much more English than you think. But this listener becomes weak when your mind is too busy. While someone is speaking, your mind may ask, "What does that word mean?" Then it may say, "I am too slow." After that, it may start translating the last sentence. During all this noise, the speaker keeps talking. This is why you miss the next idea. The problem is not always fast English. Sometimes the problem is a mind that is trying to do too many things at the same time. Before you listen, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Put your phone away, close your eyes. Breathe in slowly, then breathe out slowly. Thoughts will come. Do not fight them. Do not follow them. Let them pass like clouds in the sky. Then play a short English audio. Do not try to catch every word. Just listen for the main message. Stay calm when you miss something. Keep listening. You may notice a small but powerful change. The voice sounds clearer. The sentences feel easier. Your brain is no longer fighting with every word. It is simply receiving the meaning. This is the silent listener waking up. Train it every day. 5 minutes of quiet before listening can change the way English enters your mind. The noisy mind hears words but loses the message. A quiet mind may miss a few words, but it catches the meaning. That is the real beginning of fast English comprehension. Lesson 2. Silence the voice that interrupts you. When you listen to English, another voice may begin speaking inside your mind. It says, "What did that word mean?" It says, "I missed the sentence." It may even say, "My English is not good enough." This inner voice is not helping you. It is stealing your attention. While you are thinking about one missed word, the speaker has already moved to the next sentence. Then you miss another sentence. Soon you feel lost and stop listening. You must break this habit. The next time you miss a word, do not stop. Do not become afraid. Do not start translating. Simply tell yourself, "Keep listening." Then bring your attention back to the speaker. You may need to do this many times. That is normal. Every time you return your attention, your listening becomes stronger. Think of your mind like a small child learning to walk. It may fall again and again, but each time it stands up, it becomes stronger. Your attention works in the same way. A strong listener does not understand every word. A strong listener stays calm when something is unclear. The main meaning often comes from the full sentence, the speaker's voice, and the words that come next. One unknown word cannot destroy the whole message unless you allow it to control your mind. Practice with 5 minutes of English audio every day. When your inner voice interrupts, do not fight it. Do not feel angry. Just return to the sound. Listen again. Stay present. Let the speaker continue. Soon the voice inside your head will become quieter. Your focus will become stronger. Fast English will feel less frightening because you will stop chasing every word. Do not let one missed word steal the next 10 sentences. Silence the fear. Return to the speaker. Keep moving with the English. Lesson 3. Build unbreakable focus. Fast English becomes difficult when your attention keeps moving away. You may begin listening carefully, but after a few seconds, your mind starts thinking about your phone, your work, or something that happened yesterday. The speaker is still talking, but you are no longer truly listening. Then you return and realize that you missed the main idea. This does not mean your English is weak. It means your focus needs training. Choose a short English audio that is only 5 minutes long. Put your phone away. Turn off notifications. Do not use subtitles. Do not open a dictionary. Do not stop the audio every time you miss a word. Your only job is to stay with the speaker. Listen to the voice. Follow the message. Notice how the speaker connects one idea to the next. Your mind will wander. This is normal. The moment you notice it, gently bring your attention back. Do not become angry with yourself. Do not say, "I cannot focus." Every time you return, you are building stronger attention. Think of focus like a muscle. A weak muscle becomes stronger through daily practice. Your listening focus grows in the same way. At first, 5 minutes may feel long. After a few days, it will feel easier. Soon, you will be able to listen for 10 or 15 minutes without losing the main message. You do not need to understand every word. Try to answer 3 simple questions. What is the speaker talking about? What is the main idea? What important detail did I hear? Practice this every day. Slowly, your mind will stop running away. You will begin hearing complete thoughts instead of broken words. A focused mind does not panic when English moves quickly. It stays present. It follows the meaning, and it catches what a distracted mind always misses. Lesson 4. Train your mind for real English speed. Fast English often feels impossible because your brain is used to slow and careful speech. In real life, people do not always speak like teachers. They join words together. They shorten sounds. They speak with emotion. They change speed. Sometimes they pause. Sometimes they speak very quickly. In movies, podcasts, interviews, and audiobooks, English may sound like one long sound instead of many clear words. This is normal. Your ears are not weak. Your brain simply needs time to adjust. Begin with a short English audio that you can understand at normal speed. Listen once without stopping. Do not worry about every word. Just follow the main idea. Then play the same audio at 1.25 speed. At first, it may sound uncomfortable. Some words may disappear. Some sentences may feel too fast. Do not panic. Stay relaxed. Your goal is not perfect understanding. Your goal is to teach your brain to move faster. Listen for important words. Listen for the speaker's feeling. Listen for the main message. Do not chase every small sound. After listening at 1.25 speed, return to normal speed. Something surprising may happen. Normal English may now sound slower. The sentences may feel clearer. You may catch words that you missed before. This happens because your brain has just worked at a harder level. When you return to normal speed, the task feels easier. Use the same short audio for several days. Day 1. Listen at normal speed. Day 2. Use 1.25 speed. Day 3. Listen again and explain the main idea in your own words. When 1.25 becomes comfortable, try 1.5 speed for only 1 or 2 minutes. Do not jump too fast. You are training, not punishing yourself. A strong listener does not become fast in one day. The brain becomes faster through small daily challenges. Even 10 minutes a day can create a big change. Do not say, "People speak too fast." Say, "My brain is learning to keep up." Fast English is not a wall. It is a speed your mind has not mastered yet. Train calmly. Listen daily. Let your brain adapt. Soon the English that once sounded too fast will begin to sound natural. Lesson 5. Catch the full idea, not every single word. Many English learners make one mistake without knowing it. They try to catch every word. They believe that understanding English means hearing every word clearly, translating every word, and remembering every word. But this is not how strong listeners understand English. Strong listeners do not chase every word. They follow the idea. Imagine that you are watching a bird flying across the sky. You do not study every movement of its wings. You look at where the bird is going. English listening works in the same way. Words are the wings. The message is the direction. When you only focus on single words, you can easily lose the full meaning. The speaker may say a long sentence. You understand the first 3 words, but then you hear one word that you do not know. Your mind stops there. You begin asking yourself, what was that word? You try to remember where you heard it before. You may start translating it. While your mind is doing all this work, the speaker continues talking. Now you have missed the next sentence too. One unknown word has stolen many important ideas from you. This is why chasing every word is dangerous. You must learn to keep moving with the speaker. You must understand that one missed word is not the end of the message. Sometimes you can miss 2 or 3 words and still understand everything important. Think about your own language. When someone speaks to you, do you study every word? No. You listen to the full sentence. You understand the person's feeling. You notice the situation. You connect one idea to the next. You understand the meaning naturally. You must begin doing the same thing in English. Your first goal is not to become a perfect word catcher. Your first goal is to become an idea catcher. Listen to this simple example. John was tired because he worked all night, so he decided to stay home and rest. Maybe you do not understand the word decided, but you understand that John worked all night. You understand that he was tired. You understand that he stayed home to rest. The main idea is still clear. John was tired, so he rested at home. You did not need every word. The words around the unknown word helped you understand the message. This is called listening through context. Context means using the full situation to understand something. The speaker's other words give you clues. The voice gives you clues. The topic gives you clues. The sentence before gives you clues. The sentence after gives you clues. A powerful listener uses all these clues together. A weak listener looks at one unknown word and becomes afraid. A powerful listener says, I missed that word, but I can still follow the idea. This small change can completely transform your listening. The next time you listen to English, do not ask, did I understand every word? Ask, what was the speaker trying to tell me? That question is much more powerful. It moves your attention away from small details and toward the real message. Choose a short English audio. It can be a podcast, a story, an audiobook, an interview, or a simple video. Listen to only 1 or 2 sentences. Then pause. Do not repeat the exact words. Explain the meaning in your own simple English. For example, the speaker may say, many people wait for the perfect moment to begin, but progress only starts when you take the first small step. You do not need to repeat this sentence word for word. You can simply say, people should stop waiting and start with one small action. That is enough. You caught the idea. This exercise teaches your brain to find meaning quickly. It also stops you from depending on exact words. Do this again and again. Listen to one sentence. Pause. Explain the main idea. At first, your explanation may be very short. That is fine. You may only say 5 or 6 words. That is still useful. The goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to prove that you understood the message. Many learners can repeat English sentences without truly understanding them. They remember the sounds, but they do not understand the meaning. You must do the opposite. Even when you cannot repeat the exact sentence, you should be able to explain what it means. That is real comprehension. Comprehension means understanding. It does not mean copying. It means receiving an idea and making it clear inside your own mind. You should practice this with easy audio first. Do not begin with the fastest movie scene or the hardest news program. Choose something you can partly understand. You need enough challenge to grow, but not so much that you feel completely lost. Listen to 10 short sentences every day. After every sentence, pause and explain the idea. You can speak aloud. You can record your voice. You can also write one simple sentence in a notebook. Speaking aloud is often better because it trains your listening and speaking at the same time. You hear the English. You understand it. Then you produce produce your own English. This creates a strong connection inside your brain. Do not worry about grammar while doing this. You are training understanding, not taking a grammar test. Use simple words. The speaker may use advanced English, but your explanation can be very easy. For example, the speaker says, "Regular exercise has a positive effect on both physical and mental health." You can say, "Exercise helps your body and your mind." That is perfect. You understood the full idea. The speaker says, "She was disappointed by the result, but she refused to give up." You can say, "She was unhappy, but she continued." Again, you caught the meaning. This skill becomes even more important when people speak quickly. Fast speakers may join words together. Some sounds may become weak. You may not hear every part clearly, but the main idea is often still available. You can find it by listening for important words. Every sentence has words that carry the strongest meaning. These are often names, main actions, places, times, numbers, and important describing words. Look at this sentence. After losing his job last month, David started a small online business from home. The important words are losing job, last month. David started business from home. Even if you miss some smaller words, you can still understand the main idea. David lost his job and started a business at home. Small words help build the sentence, but the important words carry most of the message. Train your ears to notice them. Do not give the same attention to every word. Some words are like the main parts of a building. Other words simply connect those parts. You need to see the whole building. Another powerful skill is prediction. Prediction means guessing what may come next. Strong listeners do this naturally. When they hear the beginning of an idea, their brain starts preparing for the next part. For example, "I was late for work because..." Your brain knows that a reason is coming. Maybe the bus was late, maybe the car did not start, maybe the person woke up late. You do not know the exact answer, but your brain is ready for a reason. Another example, "The weather was very cold, so I decided to..." Your brain expects an action connected to the cold weather. Maybe the person stayed home. Maybe they wore a coat. Maybe they drank something warm. Prediction makes listening faster because your brain is not waiting without direction. It is already preparing possible meanings. You can practice prediction with short audio. Pause the recording before the sentence finishes. Ask yourself, what kind of idea may come next? Then continue listening. You do not need to guess the exact words. You only need to guess the direction. This trains your mind to move with English instead of standing behind it. You should also pay attention to the speaker's tone. Tone means how the voice sounds. A person may sound happy, worried, angry, excited, tired, or surprised. The tone can help you understand the message. If someone says, "That was a great idea," the words look positive. But if the voice sounds cold or angry, the real meaning may be different. Maybe the person is not truly happy. Maybe they are being sarcastic. You do not need to study this deeply at first. Just begin noticing feelings in the voice. Ask yourself, does the speaker sound happy? Does the speaker sound serious? Does the speaker sound worried? Does the speaker agree or disagree? This gives you more information than words alone. The topic also helps you understand. Before listening, look at the title. Ask yourself what words and ideas may appear. Suppose the title is How to Save Money Every Month. You can expect ideas about spending, budgets, shopping, saving, income, and planning. Your brain is now ready for that topic. When you hear related words, you will recognize them faster. This is why preparing before listening is useful. Take 30 seconds. Read the title. Think about the topic. Remember words you already know. Then begin listening. Your mind will understand more because it already has a map. However, do not become too dependent on pausing. Pausing is useful while training, but real English does not always stop for you. After practicing sentence by sentence, listen to a full 2-minute section without stopping. Try to catch the main message. When it finishes, explain what you understood. Do not talk about every detail. Simply answer, what was the topic? What was the main point? What happened? What did the speaker want me to understand? These questions train your brain to organize information. You may understand many words but still feel confused because you do not organize the ideas. Imagine dropping many papers on the floor. You can see every paper, but they are not in order. Listening can feel the same way. You hear many words, but you do not know which ones are important. Finding the main idea puts the papers in order. It tells your brain, this is what the speaker is really talking about. One useful exercise is the 3-word method. After listening to a short part, choose only 3 important words. These 3 words should help you remember the main idea. For example, you listen to a story about a woman who misses her train and arrives late for an interview. Your 3 words may be train, late, interview. Now use these words to explain the story. She missed her train, so she was late for an interview. This simple exercise teaches you to separate important information from extra information. Another exercise is the 1-sentence summary. Listen to 1 minute of audio, then explain everything in only 1 sentence. This may feel difficult at first, but it forces your mind to find the strongest idea. For example, the speaker explains that daily practice is more useful than studying for many hours only once a week. That 1 sentence may hold the full message of 1 minute of audio. As your skill grows, you can make a longer summary, but always begin with the main idea. Details should come after the main idea. Think of a tree. The main idea is the trunk. The details are the branches. Without the trunk, the branches have nothing to hold them together. When you listen, find the trunk first, then notice the branches. You must also stop punishing yourself for missing words. Even native speakers sometimes miss words. There may be background noise. The speaker may have a different accent. The audio may not be clear. The person may speak too softly. Understanding does not require perfect hearing. What matters is your ability to rebuild the message from what you did hear. Suppose you hear, tomorrow, meeting, moved, 3 o'clock. You may not hear the full sentence, but the message is still clear. The meeting has moved to 3 o'clock tomorrow. Your brain can connect the important pieces. This ability becomes stronger through practice. At first, missing words may make you nervous. Later, your brain will stay calm and fill in the meaning. Calmness is very important. Fear makes your listening smaller. When you become afraid, your mind closes. You stop using context. You stop predicting. You stop following the message. You only think, I do not understand. But when you stay calm, your mind remains open. It keeps collecting clues. It keeps building meaning. Tell yourself, I do not need every word. I only need to follow the idea. I can understand more than I think. These simple thoughts remove pressure. They allow your silent mind to work. Create a daily 15-minute practice. For the first 5 minutes, listen sentence by sentence. Pause and explain each idea in simple English. For the next 5 minutes, listen without stopping. Focus on the topic and the main message. For the final 5 minutes, record yourself explaining what you understood. Do not read from notes. Speak freely. Use easy words. Your recording may not be perfect. That does not matter. Listen to it and ask yourself whether the main idea is clear. Do this every day. After 1 week, you will begin noticing a change. You will stop freezing when you hear an unknown word. You will begin waiting for more information. You will connect words together. You will understand ideas more quickly. After several weeks, fast English will feel less like a storm of sounds. It will begin to feel like a clear road of meaning. Remember, language was created to carry ideas. Words are important, but words are not the final goal. Meaning is the goal. When someone speaks, they want to give you information, tell you a story, share a feeling, ask for something, or explain an idea. Your job is to receive that message. Do not become trapped inside one word. Do not let one small gap make you lose the whole road. Keep listening, keep connecting, keep moving forward. A beginner listens and asks, what did every word mean? A master listens and asks, what did the speaker want me to understand? That is the difference. From today, stop chasing English word by word. Listen for the full thought. Catch the direction. Follow the message. Use the words you know to understand the words you missed. Let the sentence help you. Let the topic guide you. Let the speaker's voice give you clues. Your brain is more powerful than a dictionary. It can predict. It can connect. It can fill small gaps. It can find meaning even when the English is fast. Trust that power. You do not need perfect ears. You need a calm mind that knows what to search for. Catch the idea first. The words will become clearer with time. And once you learn to hear meaning instead of chasing every sound, fast English will no longer control you. You will move with it. You will understand it. And you will finally begin listening like a master. Lesson 6. Learn vocabulary through living English. Many English learners believe they need to memorize thousands of words before they can understand fast English, so they make long lists. They write one English word on one side and the meaning on the other side. They read the list again and again. For one day, the words feel clear, but after a week, most of them are gone. This happens because the brain does not remember empty words very well. A word without a sentence is like a person without a face. You may see the name, but you do not not truly know the person. To remember a word, you need to meet it inside real English. You need to hear how it sounds. You need to see how it is used. You need to understand the feeling around it. You need to connect it to a complete idea. This is how your silent mind learns vocabulary naturally. Stop collecting dead words. Start collecting living sentences. Imagine that you hear the word hesitate. You look inside a dictionary and learn that it means to wait because you are unsure. You may understand the meaning now, but tomorrow you may forget it. Now imagine that you hear this sentence. She wanted to answer the question, but she hesitated because she was afraid of making a mistake. This sentence gives the word a life. You can see a woman who wants to speak. You can feel her fear. You understand why she waits. Now the word is no longer alone. It has a person, an action, a feeling, and a situation. Your brain can remember all of these things together. This is the first rule of powerful vocabulary learning. Never save only the word. Save the whole sentence. When you hear a new word, do not stop the audio immediately. Keep listening. The next words may explain the meaning. The speaker may give an example. The full situation may make the word clear. Train yourself to guess first. Ask, what could this word mean here? You may not guess the perfect dictionary meaning. That is fine. You only need to understand the general idea. For example, you hear, after walking for 6 hours under the hot sun, they were exhausted. Maybe you do not know the word exhausted, but you know they walked for 6 hours. You know the weather was hot. Your mind can guess that exhausted probably means very tired. Then you check the meaning once. Your guess was correct. Now your brain remembers the journey to the meaning. It did not simply receive an answer. It found the answer through clues. This makes the memory stronger. When you check every unknown word too quickly, you stop your brain from thinking. You teach it to wait for a dictionary. But when you guess from the sentence, you train your mind to understand words in real time. This is very important for fast English. During a real conversation, you cannot stop every speaker and open a dictionary. You must learn to use the words around the unknown word. You must learn to use the situation. You must learn to use the speaker's voice. Your mind must become a meaning finder. Do not worry when your first guess is wrong. A wrong guess can still teach you something. Suppose you hear, the manager rejected the idea because it was too expensive. You think rejected means disgust. Then you check and discover that it means refused or did not accept. Now you can return to the sentence. The manager did not accept the idea because it cost too much. The correction makes the meaning clearer. Your mistake helped you notice the word more deeply. Do not be afraid of guessing. Guessing is not failure. It is active learning. The second rule is to choose useful words. You do not need to save every new word. Some learners stop after every sentence and write down 10 words. Soon their notebook becomes heavy, but their listening does not become better. Collect words that you hear many times. Collect words connected to your life. Collect words that help you express important ideas. Collect words that appear in podcasts, movies, stories, work, school, or daily conversation. A useful word is more valuable than a difficult word. You do not need to impress people with rare vocabulary. You need words that help you understand and communicate. Imagine you hear 5 new words in one podcast. One word is used only in a special science topic. Another word is improve. Another is avoid. Another is decision. Another is opportunity. Which word should you learn first? Choose the words that can appear in many situations. You can improve your English. You can improve your health. You can improve your work. You can avoid a mistake. You can avoid a problem. You can make a decision. You can change a decision. You can find an opportunity. You can lose an opportunity. These words are powerful because they live in many places. They give you more value. You should also learn words in groups. Words often travel together. Native speakers do not build every sentence one word at a time. They use small groups that they have heard many times. For example, people usually say, make a decision. They do not normally say, do a decision. They say, pay attention. They do not normally say, give attention in the same situation. They say, take a break, make progress, catch a bus, have a chance, save time, keep a promise. These small groups are called word combinations, but you do not need to remember that name. Just remember this. Words have friends. When you learn one word, notice the words that often stand beside it. Do not only learn decision, learn make a decision. Do not only learn progress, learn make progress. Do not only learn attention, learn pay attention. These groups help you understand fast English because your brain begins to hear them as one piece. At first, make a decision may sound like 3 separate words. After hearing it many times, your brain receives it as one complete idea. This makes listening faster. It also makes your speaking sound more natural. The third rule is to hear the word many times. Seeing a word once is usually not enough. Your brain needs repeated meetings. But repetition does not mean reading the same list 50 times. It means meeting the word in different living sentences. Suppose you are learning the word avoid. On Monday you hear, try to avoid using your phone before sleep. On Tuesday you hear, he left early to avoid the traffic. On Wednesday you hear, she avoided answering the difficult question. On Thursday you say, I avoid drinking coffee late at night. Now the word is becoming strong. You understand its main meaning. You also see how it changes inside different sentences. You can recognize it when you hear it quickly. You can use it when speaking. This is real vocabulary growth. One word has now entered your active mind. Many learners know thousands of words when reading, but they cannot recognize them when listening. This happens because they only learned the written form. They know what the word looks like. They do not know what the word sounds like inside natural speech. English words can sound very different when people speak quickly. The sounds may become shorter. Some parts may become weak. Words may connect to the next word. This is why you must listen to the full sentence many times. Do not only look at the word. Close your eyes and hear it. Notice which part sounds stronger. Notice how the speaker connects it to other words. Then repeat the sentence aloud. You do not need to copy the speaker perfectly. Try to follow the same speed and rhythm. Suppose the sentence is, I didn't realize how difficult it would be. The useful word is realize. Listen to the complete sentence. Repeat it slowly. Then repeat it closer to the speaker's speed. Finally, create your own sentence. I realized that I was making the same mistake. Now you have listened, understood, repeated, and used the word. These 4 actions build strong memory. Hearing gives the word a sound. Understanding gives it meaning. Repeating trains your mouth. Using makes the word yours. A word does not truly belong to you only because you saw it in a book. It belongs to you when you can understand it quickly and use it naturally. Create a small vocabulary notebook. Do not fill it with hundreds of lonely words. Give each new word one small space. Write the complete sentence you heard. Underline the useful word or phrase. Write a very easy meaning. Then create one sentence about your own life. For example, original sentence. She remained calm during the difficult meeting. Useful phrase. Remained calm. Easy meaning. Stayed peaceful and did not panic. Your sentence. I remained calm when the problem happened. This method makes the word personal. Personal sentences are easier to remember because they are connected to your life. Your mind remembers your own feelings, people, habits, and experiences. Use them. Suppose you learn the word disappointed. Do not write a strange sentence about someone you do not know. Write something real. I felt disappointed when I did not pass the test. Or, my friend was disappointed when the trip was canceled. The word now carries a true feeling. It is no longer only a dictionary meaning. You can also use pictures inside your mind. When you hear a new word, create a simple scene. For the word whisper, imagine 2 people speaking very quietly in a library. For the word rush, imagine someone running toward a bus. For the word generous, imagine a person sharing food with a hungry family. For the word empty, imagine a room with nothing inside. Pictures help because the brain remembers scenes more easily than explanations. Do not translate every new word into your first language. Translation can help at the beginning, but do not stop there. Build a direct connection between the English word and its meaning. When you hear rain, you should imagine rain. You should not always hear rain. Change it into your language and then imagine rain. That extra step makes comprehension slower. The goal is to let English connect directly to pictures, actions, feelings, and ideas. For simple words, use images. For action words, imagine the action. For feeling words, remember a time when you felt that way. For idea words, use a simple English meaning. For example, the word responsibility may feel difficult. Give it an easy meaning. Something you must take care of. Then create a personal sentence. Taking care of my family is an important responsibility. Now the word becomes easier. You do not need a long dictionary explanation. Simple meaning is powerful meaning. Be careful with words that have more than one meaning. This can confuse learners. The word light can mean something that helps you see. It can also mean something that is not not heavy. The word run can mean moving quickly with your legs, but you can also run a business, run a program, or run out of time. Do not try to learn every meaning in one day. Learn the meaning that appears in the sentence you heard. Later, when you hear another meaning, add it. Think of a word as a person you slowly get to know. You do not learn everything about a person in the first meeting. Each new meeting shows you something more. Let vocabulary grow in this natural way. Context will tell you which meaning is being used. If someone says, "This bag is very light," you know they are talking about weight. If someone says, "Turn on the light," you know they are talking about brightness. You do not need to become confused. The sentence will guide you. Another important skill is noticing word families. One main idea can appear in different forms. For example, decide, decision, decisive. You do not need to study difficult grammar names. Simply notice that these words are connected. I decided to leave early. It was a difficult decision. She took decisive action. When you know the main idea, the other forms become easier to understand. Another example, improve, improvement, improved. I want to improve my listening. I noticed a big improvement. My English has improved. Collect these connected forms slowly. Do not force yourself to memorize all of them at once. Just notice them when they appear. Your brain will begin recognizing the shared sound and meaning. This helps greatly when listening to audiobooks and podcasts. Sometimes you know one form of a word, but you fail to understand another form. You know success, but you do not quickly recognize successful. You know create, but creative sounds unfamiliar. By learning word families, you make your vocabulary wider without starting from zero. You should also learn common connecting words. Words like however, although, therefore, instead, because, unless, and while guide the direction of a message. They may not feel exciting, but they are very powerful. They tell you how one idea connects to another. When you hear because, a reason is coming. When you hear but or however, the idea may change. When you hear, for example, the speaker is about to make the idea clearer. When you hear therefore, a result is coming. When you hear first, next, and finally, the speaker is organizing steps. These words act like signs on a road. They tell you where the speaker is going. Learn them inside sentences. Do not only memorize their meanings. Hear how they change the direction. For example, I wanted to go outside, but it started raining. The word but tells you that something unexpected is coming. She stayed home because she felt sick. The word because introduces the reason. He did not have much experience. However, he learned very quickly. However shows a contrast. When your ears recognize these signs, long English becomes easier to follow. You begin understanding the shape of the message. Vocabulary is not only about big nouns and strong action words. It also includes these small guide words. They help your brain organize what it hears. Do not learn too many new words in one day. 5 useful words or phrases are enough. Even 3 can be powerful. The goal is not to create the longest list. The goal is to create deep memory. Imagine that one learner saves 50 words every day but forgets 48. Another learner saves 5 words and remembers all 5. After 1 month, the second learner has gained 150 strong words. The first learner only has pages of forgotten notes. Small and strong is better than large and weak. Choose quality over number. For every new word, ask 4 questions. What did it mean in this sentence? What words were used with it? How did it sound? Can I use it in my own sentence? When you can answer these questions, the word is becoming real. Review your words through listening, not only reading. Return to the original audio after 1 day. Listen again. Can you hear the word without looking at the text? Can you understand it immediately? After 3 days, listen again. After 1 week, listen once more. Each time you recognize the word, the path inside your brain becomes stronger. This kind of review is far more powerful than staring at a list. Your goal is fast recognition. During real speech, you do not have 5 seconds to remember a meaning. The word must wake up quickly. Repeated listening creates this speed. You can also make a small audio collection. Save short clips that contain useful sentences. 1 sentence should only be a few seconds long. Listen to 5 sentences every morning. First, listen without reading. Then read the sentence. Then listen again. Finally, repeat it. This short exercise may take only 10 minutes, but over time it can completely change your vocabulary. You are training your ear, memory, mouth, and mind together. Do not feel ashamed when you forget a word. Forgetting is a natural part of learning. The goal is not to remember everything after one meeting. The goal is to meet useful words enough times that they become familiar. Think about meeting a new person. The first time you may forget the name. The second time, the face feels familiar. The third time you remember where you met. After several meetings, you know the person easily. Words work the same way. Every meeting makes the connection stronger. When you forget, do not say, "My memory is bad." Say, "I need another meeting with this word." This keeps your mind calm. Pressure makes learning heavy. Curiosity makes learning easier. Become curious about words. Ask why the speaker chose that word. Notice when the same word appears in another podcast. Feel happy when you recognize it. That moment of recognition is proof that your brain is growing. A word that once sounded strange has become familiar. This is how fast English slowly becomes clear. At first, a podcast may contain 20 unknown words. After weeks of listening, many of those words will become old friends. The same speakers often use the same kinds of words. The same topics repeat similar vocabulary. A health podcast uses words about sleep, food, exercise, stress, habits, and energy. A business podcast uses words about money, customers, growth, plans, problems, and results. A self-development audiobook uses words about focus, discipline, confidence, fear, action, and change. Choose one topic and stay with it for several days. This is easier than jumping between 10 completely different subjects. When you stay with one topic, useful words repeat naturally. You hear them in different sentences. Your understanding grows faster. After the topic becomes easier, move to another one. This creates strong groups of vocabulary inside your mind. You should not spend all your time preparing and writing. The main work is listening. Some learners spend 30 minutes decorating their notebooks and only 5 minutes hearing English. Reverse this. Listen more. Write less. Save only the best sentences. Return to the audio. The sound of the word is the most important part for comprehension. You are training your ear, not building a beautiful dictionary. Keep your method simple. Listen, guess, check, save the sentence. Repeat it, use it, listen again later. These 7 steps are enough. Imagine you hear, "He eventually found a solution to the problem." You do not know eventually. First, keep listening. From the situation, you guess that after some time he found an answer. Then you check. Eventually means in the end, especially after some time or difficulty. Save the sentence. Repeat. He eventually found a solution to the problem. Create your own sentence. After many mistakes, I eventually understood the lesson. The next day, listen again. Now, eventually is not an empty word. It has a sound. It has a meaning. It has 2 sentences. It has a place inside your life. This is living vocabulary. Another example, she was relieved when she heard the good news. Maybe relieved is new. The good news changed her feeling. You guess that she stopped feeling worried. Check once. Your guess is correct. Now remember a personal situation. I felt relieved when I found my lost phone. The feeling makes the word strong. A week later, when a speaker says relieved, your mind will quickly understand it. This is what you want, not slow translation, not a long search inside your memory. Fast, direct understanding. Do not wait until you know thousands of words before listening to real English. Real listening is how you will learn many of those words. Reading can help. Dictionaries can help. Lessons can help. But words become powerful when you meet them inside real communication. A word spoken with emotion can stay in your mind for years. A word memorized without meaning can disappear by tomorrow. Choose life over lists. Choose sentences over single words. Choose useful phrases over rare vocabulary. Choose deep learning over fast collecting. Build a daily 20-minute vocabulary routine. For the first 10 minutes, listen to a short piece of English. Do not stop for every unknown word. Choose only 3 to 5 useful words or phrases. For the next 5 minutes, return to the sentences containing those words. Guess the meanings and check them. For the final 5 minutes, repeat each sentence and create your own example. The next morning, listen to those sentences again. At the end of the week, choose your 10 strongest words. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute and try to use them naturally. Do not force all of them into one strange sentence. Speak about a topic where they fit. You may talk about your day, your goals, your work, your family, or something you learned. This weekly recording recording will show you that the words are entering your active English. You are no longer only recognizing them, you are using them. That is a powerful change. As your vocabulary grows, fast English will begin to open. You will no longer hear only separate sounds. You will recognize complete phrases. You will know what words usually come together. You will predict what may come next. Your mind will need less time to process each sentence. This creates speed. Fast comprehension is not only about listening faster, it is also about recognizing meaning faster. The more living vocabulary you have, the less work your brain must do. An unknown phrase may take several seconds to understand. A familiar phrase is understood immediately. This is why daily sentence learning is so powerful. Each familiar phrase removes one small wall. Over time, thousands of small walls disappear. English begins to flow. But remember, vocabulary never truly ends. Even native speakers continue meeting new words. Do not wait for the day when you know everything. That day will never come, and you do not need it. You only need enough words to follow the message. You need the courage to continue when one word is unknown. You need the skill to guess from the situation. You need the patience to meet useful words again and again. The goal is not perfect vocabulary. The goal is powerful understanding. From today, when you hear a new word, do not quickly write it alone. Let the sentence speak. Look at what happened before the word. Look at what happened after it. Listen to the speaker's feeling. Guess the meaning. Check it once. Save the full sentence. Say it aloud. Connect it to your life. Meet it again tomorrow. This is how a strange sound becomes a clear idea. This is how a clear idea becomes a permanent memory. This is how a permanent memory becomes natural English. Your mind was built to learn through meaning, stories, feelings, and repetition. Give it living English, and it will surprise you. You do not need to carry a mountain of word lists. Carry a small collection of powerful sentences. Let every sentence teach you how English truly works. Listen deeply. Notice the patterns. Trust the context. Use what you learn. Soon the words that once stopped you will begin guiding you. The vocabulary that once felt difficult will become familiar. And fast English will no longer sound like a closed door. Every useful word you learn will become another key. Lesson 7. Enter the flow of total English mastery. Now you are ready to bring everything together. You have learned how to quiet your mind. You have learned how to stop the inner voice that keeps interrupting you. You have learned how to build focus. You have trained your ears for faster English. You have learned to catch the full idea instead of chasing every word. You have also learned how to grow vocabulary through real sentences. But these skills become truly powerful only when they work together. This is where real change begins. English mastery does not come from one secret trick. It comes when many small skills begin helping each other. A quiet mind helps you focus. Better focus helps you hear more clearly. Clearer listening helps you catch the main idea. Understanding the idea helps you guess unknown words. Knowing more words helps you understand faster speech. And fast understanding helps you stay calm. Everything begins to connect. This creates a state called flow. Flow is the moment when you stop fighting the English. You are no longer trying to control every sound. You are no longer stopping after every word. You are no longer translating each sentence inside your head. You simply listen. The speaker talks. The meaning enters. Your mind follows. At first, this may happen for only a few seconds. You may listen to one sentence and understand it without effort. Then your mind may become busy again. That is normal. Those few seconds are important. They show you what is possible. With daily practice, those seconds become longer. One clear sentence becomes one clear minute. One clear minute becomes 5 minutes. 5 minutes becomes a full conversation. One day, you may finish a podcast and realize something surprising. You understood the speaker without thinking about the process. You were not trying to translate. You were not asking yourself whether your English was good. You were simply following the message. That is flow. That is the silent mind working at full power. Many learners believe mastery means never missing a word. That is not true. Even strong listeners miss words. Even people who have spoken English for many years sometimes misunderstand something. The difference is simple. A weak listener becomes lost after one missed word. A strong listener keeps moving. A master does not demand perfect sound. A master searches for meaning. This is the final change you must make. Stop measuring your English by the number of words you miss. Measure it by how well you follow the message. Ask yourself, did I understand the main topic? Did I follow the speaker's direction? Did I understand the important idea? Could I explain it in simple words? If the answer is yes, your comprehension is working. You do not need to understand 100% to be successful. Sometimes 70% is enough. Sometimes 50% is enough to understand the main point. When you stay calm, the missing parts often become clear later. The speaker may repeat the idea. They may give an example. They may explain it in a different way. But if you panic, you may miss all those helpful clues. Calmness gives understanding time to grow. Think about a picture made from many small pieces. At first, you may only see a few pieces. You do not yet understand the full picture. But as more pieces arrive, the image becomes clear. Listening works in the same way. You may not understand the first sentence perfectly. Keep listening. The second sentence may help. The example may help. The speaker's tone may help. The final sentence may explain everything. Do not decide too early that you understand nothing. Give the meaning time to appear. This is why strong listeners stay patient. They do not judge every second. They stay open. They continue receiving information. Your silent mind needs this space. It cannot work when you are always saying, "I missed that. This is too fast. I am not ready. I will never understand." These thoughts fill the room inside your head. There is no space left for the speaker. Replace those thoughts with simple commands. Stay calm. Follow the idea. Keep listening. Let the meaning come. These words guide your attention back to the sound. They remind your mind what to do. You are not trying to become perfect. You are training yourself to remain present. Presence is the heart of deep listening. When you are present, your full attention is with the speaker. You are not thinking about yesterday. You are not worrying about tomorrow. You are not judging your mistakes. You are not checking your phone. You are here. You are listening now. This sounds simple, but it is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. A distracted person may listen for 1 hour and remember very little. A focused person may listen for 15 minutes and learn much more. Time alone does not create improvement. The quality of your attention creates improvement. This is why your daily routine must be small enough to follow but strong enough to challenge you. You do not need to listen for 3 hours every day. You need a short period of deep, honest practice. 20 to 30 minutes can be enough when you use it correctly. Begin every session with silence. Sit down. Put your phone away. Close every unnecessary page. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders relax. Do not begin English while your mind is running in 10 directions. Give yourself 2 or 3 quiet minutes. Notice your thoughts without following them. You may think about work. Let that thought pass. You may remember a problem. Let it pass. You may feel nervous about the audio. Let that feeling pass too. Do not try to remove every thought. Simply stop giving each thought your full attention. Then tell yourself, for the next few minutes, my only job is to listen. This small preparation changes the quality of the whole session. Now choose the right audio. The audio should not be so easy that you learn nothing. It should not be so hard that you understand almost nothing. Choose something where you can understand the general topic but still feel challenged. This is the best level for growth. If you understand every word easily, increase the speed slightly or choose a more natural speaker. If you understand almost nothing, choose a simpler topic or shorter audio. Do not choose difficulty only to prove that you are serious. Good training is not punishment. Good training gives your brain a challenge it can slowly solve. Choose topics you actually care about. Interest gives you energy. You may enjoy stories. You may like business, health, travel, history, self-development, interviews, or daily conversations. Choose English that makes you curious. When you care about the topic, your mind wants to understand. You stay focused longer. You remember more words. You are more willing to return the next day. Many learners fail because they choose audio only because someone said it was good for English, but they do not enjoy it. After 3 days, they stop. The best practice is not the practice that looks impressive. The best practice is the practice you can continue. Consistency is more powerful than one perfect day. Listening for 20 minutes every day is better than listening for 3 hours once a month. Your brain changes through repeated contact. Each day sends the same message. English is important. English is familiar. English belongs in my life. At first, English may feel like a visitor. It enters for a short time and then leaves. But when you listen every day, it begins to feel at home. The sounds become familiar. The rhythm becomes familiar. The common words become familiar. Even the silence between sentences begins to feel natural. This familiarity reduces fear. What once sounded too fast begins to sound normal. What once felt confusing begins to feel expected. This is not magic. It is daily contact. Your brain is always learning what you repeat. If you repeat fear, fear becomes strong. If you repeat calm attention becomes strong. If you repeat daily listening, understanding becomes strong. Now begin your first listening round. Listen to the audio without stopping. Do not use subtitles. Do not check the meaning of words. Do not try to remember every detail. Your goal is only to answer 3 questions. What is the topic? What is the speaker mainly saying? What feeling or purpose is behind the message? This first round gives you the shape of the audio. Think of it like looking at a map before walking through a city. You do not know every street yet, but you understand the general direction. When the first round ends, say the main idea aloud. Use very simple words. For example, the speaker is talking about how small habits can change your life. Or, this story is about a man who was afraid to start again. Or, the woman is explaining why people should sleep better. Do not worry if your summary is short. A clear, short summary is better than a long, confused one. Now listen a second time. This time, pay attention to important details. Listen for names. Listen for reasons. Listen for examples. Listen for changes. Listen for words that repeat. Because you already understand the main topic, the second round becomes easier. Your brain knows what kind of information to expect. You may suddenly hear words that were hidden during the first round. This is a powerful lesson. Sometimes the audio did not change. Your mind changed. The words were always there, but now your attention is ready to receive them. This proves that listening skill is not only inside the audio, it is also inside the state of your mind. During the second round, do not stop too often. Choose only a few important sentences. If one sentence contains a useful idea or phrase, save it. Do not collect everything. Choose quality. Maybe the speaker says, "Real confidence grows when you keep promises to yourself." This is a useful sentence. It has meaning. It has a strong message. It includes common words used in a natural way. Save it. Listen to it several times. Notice the sound. Repeat it slowly. Then repeat it closer to the speaker's speed. Finally, explain it in your own words. You become confident when you do what you told yourself you would do. Now the sentence has entered your mind from several directions. You heard it. You repeated it. You understood it. You explained it. You can now use it. This is deep learning. After the second round, speak for 1 minute about what you understood. Do not read. Do not try to sound advanced. Use the English you have. Your speech may be simple. The speaker says confidence does not come only from thinking positively. It comes when you take action. When you promise to do something and then do it, you start trusting yourself. This practice is powerful because it forces your mind to turn listening into meaning. It also shows you what you truly understood. Sometimes you feel that you understood the audio, but when you try to explain it, you cannot. This is not failure. It shows you where the meaning is still weak. Listen again, fill the gap, then try your explanation one more time. Each time your understanding becomes clearer. This is how passive listening becomes active skill. Passive listening means the sound is playing but your mind is not doing much. Active listening means you are following, choosing, connecting, and explaining. Both have value. You can listen passively while walking, cleaning, or traveling. This gives your ears more contact with English. But deep improvement comes from active practice. You need both. Use passive listening to make English part of your day. Use active listening to train your skill. For example, you may listen to an English podcast while walking in the morning. Later, choose 2 minutes from that podcast and study them deeply. This is a simple and powerful method. The long listening gives you flow. The short study gives you detail. Many learners make the mistake of studying every second. They stop after each word. They repeat every line. Soon, listening becomes heavy and tiring. Other learners never study anything. They let hours of English play in the background without paying attention. They hear much, but they grow slowly. You need balance. Listen freely first. Study a small part, then listen freely again. This protects the joy of listening while still giving you focused training. Your final round should be a flow round. Play the audio again from the beginning. This time, do not stop. Do not look at notes. Do not test yourself. Just listen. Because you now know the topic, the details, and some useful phrases, the audio should feel easier. Let yourself enjoy that feeling. Notice how much clearer it sounds. Notice how your mind follows more smoothly. This final round teaches your brain what success feels like. It ends the session with confidence instead of struggle. This matters. Your mind remembers feelings. If every listening session ends with frustration, you may begin avoiding English. But if your session ends with clearer understanding, your mind learns, I can do this. I am improving. Fast English is becoming possible. This confidence makes it easier to return tomorrow. Do not confuse confidence with pretending. You do not need to tell yourself that your English is perfect. Simply notice real progress. Maybe you understood one more sentence. Maybe you stayed focused for 2 minutes longer. Maybe you guessed one word from context. Maybe you used a new phrase while speaking. These small wins are real. Respect them. Big change is made from small proof repeated many times. You should also learn how to handle difficult days. Some days, English will feel easy. Your mind will be clear. You will understand more than expected. Other days, the same audio may feel confusing. Your attention may be weak. You may feel tired. Do not believe that you have lost your ability. Listening changes with your energy, sleep, stress, and mood. One difficult day does not erase your progress. On a weak day, reduce the length. Listen for 10 minutes instead of 30. Choose easier audio. Repeat something familiar. Keep the habit alive. A small session is better than no session. The goal is not to prove your strength every day. The goal is to remain connected to English. Strong learners do not depend only on motivation. Motivation changes. Some mornings you feel excited. Some mornings you do not. Build a routine that works even when excitement is gone. Choose a regular time. Choose a regular place. Prepare your headphones. Keep your audio ready. Remove unnecessary decisions. When the time comes, begin. Do not ask yourself whether you feel like practicing. Your feelings do not need to control the routine. You can feel tired and still listen for 10 minutes. You can feel busy and still practice one short section. You can feel doubtful and still press play. Every time you act without waiting for perfect motivation, your discipline grows. Discipline makes mastery possible. Not hard discipline filled with anger. Calm discipline. The kind that says, this matters to me, so I will return. Do not compare your listening speed with other learners. Some people learn faster because they have listened for years. Some people already know another language that helps them. Some people have more free time. Some people only show their best moments. Their path is not your path. Compare yourself with the person you were last month. Could you understand this type of audio before? Can you focus longer now? Do you panic less? Can you explain more? Do familiar phrases appear faster in your mind? These are better questions. Progress is often quiet. You may not feel it each day, but after 1 month, return to an old audio. Something powerful may happen. The speaker who once sounded too fast may sound normal. The sentence that once felt impossible may feel simple. This moment shows you that your brain has changed. Save a few difficult audios from the beginning of your journey. Do not study them every day. Return after 2 weeks or 1 month. Use them as proof of growth. You may be surprised. Sometimes progress hides because you keep increasing the difficulty. You become better, but you also choose harder audio. So you still feel challenged. This can make you believe that nothing is changing. Old audio shows the truth. You are stronger. The challenge simply became higher. You should also train with different voices. One speaker may become easy because you learn their style. That is good, but real English has many voices. People speak with different accents. They use different speeds. Some speak clearly. Some speak softly. Some speak with strong emotion. Some connect words heavily. Do not try to master every accent at once. Begin with one voice you understand fairly well. Build confidence. Then slowly add new speakers. Maybe 1 week you listen to an audiobook narrator. The next week you add a podcast conversation. Later you listen to a short interview. Each new voice trains your mind to become flexible. At first the new speaker may feel difficult. Do not panic. Your brain needs time to learn the pattern. After several days, the voice will begin to open. The sounds will become easier to separate. This teaches you an important truth. Difficulty does not always mean the English is beyond you. Sometimes your brain simply has not met that speaking style enough. Give it time. Repetition creates familiarity. Familiarity creates speed. Speed creates confidence. You should also listen to both clear English and natural English. Clear English helps you build the foundation. conversation. Natural English prepares you for real life. In clear audio, speakers may use full words and slower sentences. In natural conversation, people may shorten words, interrupt each other, laugh, pause, change direction, and leave sentences unfinished. Do not begin with the hardest natural conversation. Build slowly. First, listen to clear stories and audiobooks. Then add interviews where one person speaks at a time. Later, try conversations between two people. Finally, try movies or group discussions. Each level prepares you for the next. Do not jump from a beginner lesson directly into a fast movie and then decide that your listening is terrible. That is like learning to walk and becoming angry because you cannot run a race. Build the steps. Respect the process. Your brain learns through successful challenge. Too little challenge creates boredom. Too much challenge creates fear. The right challenge creates growth. Another part of mastery is learning to predict. You began this skill earlier. Now you must make it stronger. Before listening, look at the title. Ask what the speaker may say. If the title is How to Stay Calm During Difficult Times, you can predict words like stress, fear, breathing, thoughts, problems, patience, and control. You can also predict the structure. Maybe the speaker will describe the problem. Then they may explain why people panic. Then they may give advice. Now your mind is ready. During the audio, listen for signs. Words like first, however, because, for example, and finally tell you where the message is going. When you hear the main reason, an important explanation is coming. When you hear on the other hand, the speaker is changing direction. When you hear the lesson is, the main point is coming. These phrases are like lights on a road. They guide your attention. Masters do not only hear words, they feel the structure of the message. They know when the speaker is beginning, explaining, comparing, giving an example, or finishing. You can practice this by drawing a very simple map. Right, topic, problem, reason, example, solution, final message. You do not need to fill every part. Listen and notice how the speaker builds the idea. This helps with long podcasts and audiobooks. Without structure, long audio can feel like a river with no direction. With structure, you see where the speaker is taking you. You should also train your memory. Understanding fast English is not enough if every idea disappears 1 second later. But do not try to remember every detail. Use simple mental anchors. An anchor is one strong word or image that holds an idea in your mind. Suppose the speaker tells a story about a businessman who failed 3 times before succeeding. Your anchors may be 3 failures, small shop, final success. These few points can help you remember the whole story. After listening, use the anchors to explain what happened. This trains your working memory. Working memory is the small space where your mind holds information for a short time. When English is fast, this space can become full. If you try to hold every word, it becomes overloaded. If you hold only the main ideas, you have more space. This is another reason to stop chasing every word. Meaning is lighter than detail. Keep the main message. Let unnecessary words pass. Imagine carrying stones while walking. If you pick up every stone, you cannot move. Choose only the few that matter. Your mind works the same way. Strong listening is partly the skill of letting go. Let go of small words you missed. Let go of details that do not change the message. Let go of the need to understand perfectly. Keep moving. Keep collecting the important parts. At the end, your mind can build the full meaning. Your speaking practice should also grow with your listening. After each session, explain the audio. At first, speak for 30 seconds, then 1 minute, later 2 or 3 minutes. Do not copy the speaker. Use your own words. This creates independence. You are showing that the idea has entered your mind. You can now carry it without the original sentence. This is one of the clearest signs of comprehension. You can also ask yourself simple questions. What did I learn? What surprised me? Do I agree? Can I give my own example? How does this connect to my life? These questions take you deeper. You are no longer only hearing English. You are thinking in English. For example, you listen to an audio about waking up early. You can say, the speaker believes waking up early gives people more quiet time. I agree because I can focus better in the morning. But I also think sleep is important, so people should not wake up early if they went to bed very late. This is powerful practice. You understood the message. You formed an opinion. You connected it to your life. You produced new English. This is how listening becomes language. Do not be afraid of simple speaking. Simple English is not weak English. Clear English is powerful. A person who can explain a difficult idea with easy words truly understands it. A person who uses big words without clear meaning may only be hiding confusion. Your goal is not to sound complicated. Your goal is to communicate. Use the words you know well. Build clear sentences. As your vocabulary grows, your speaking will grow naturally. Do not force advanced words too early. Master the simple language first. Simple words are the foundation of almost every conversation. Even very intelligent people use common words most of the time. The power comes from the idea, not from the size of the word. Another important part of flow is trusting your brain. Many learners do not trust what they hear. They understand the sentence, but then they question themselves. Was that really the meaning? Maybe I heard the wrong word. Maybe I should translate it. This doubt slows everything down. Of course, you will sometimes make mistakes. That is normal. But you must allow your first understanding to exist. Listen, make your best guess. Keep moving. Later, check if needed. During real speech, constant doubt breaks your attention. Trust does not mean believing you are always correct. It means giving your mind permission to work. Your brain is always using clues. It listens to sound. It notices tone. It remembers past sentences. It predicts what may come next. Much of this happens quietly. Do not interrupt the process every second. Let your silent mind connect the pieces. This hidden work becomes faster with practice. At first, understanding may feel slow and careful. Later, it becomes automatic. Think about reading a common word. You do not study each letter. You see the word and understand it. Listening can reach the same level. You hear a familiar phrase and receive the meaning instantly. You do not translate. You do not build it piece by piece. It arrives as one complete idea. This is automatic comprehension. It grows from repeated contact with real English. You cannot force it in one day, but you can create the conditions for it. Daily listening, calm attention, useful repetition, simple summaries, living vocabulary, patient practice. These actions teach your brain what to do. One day, the process that once needed great effort will happen quietly. You may not even notice the exact moment of change. You will simply realize that English feels different. A podcast begins and you are already inside the meaning. A movie scene moves quickly, but you follow it. An audiobook continues for 10 minutes and you do not feel lost. This is not because the world slowed down. You became faster. Your mind became calmer. Your attention became stronger. Your vocabulary became more familiar. Your ears learned the rhythm. You stopped fighting the language. This is mastery, not perfection, not knowing every word, not speaking without mistakes. Mastery means you know how to continue. You know what to do when the audio is difficult. You know how to calm your mind. You know how to find the main idea. You know how to use context. You know how to learn from a sentence. You know how to return tomorrow. A beginner believes success depends on easy English. A master knows how to work with difficult English. A beginner stops when confused. A master listens for clues. A beginner waits to feel confident. A master builds confidence through action. A beginner needs perfect conditions. A master uses what is available. This does not happen because the master is naturally special. It happens because the master has trained the right habits. You can build those habits too. Create your 7-day mastery challenge. On day 1, train silence. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Then listen to 10 minutes of easy English. Do not translate. Simply stay present. On day 2, train attention. Listen to 5 minutes without stopping. Every time your mind wanders, gently return. Count how many times you return, not how many times you become distracted. Every return is a success. On day 3, train main ideas. Listen to short sections. After each section, explain the meaning in one simple sentence. On day 4, train speed. Use audio you already understand. Listen at normal speed, then use 1.25 speed. Return to normal speed and notice the difference. On day 5, train prediction. Read the title. Guess what ideas may appear. Pause before a sentence ends and guess the direction. Then listen and compare. On day 6, train living vocabulary. Choose 5 useful phrases. Save the full sentences. Guess the meanings. Repeat them. Use each one in your own sentence. On day 7, combine everything. Begin with silence. Listen once for the main idea. Listen again for details. Save one useful sentence. Repeat it. Explain the full audio in your own words. Then listen one final time without stopping. This 7th day shows you how the skills support one another. After 7 days, begin again. but make the audio slightly more difficult. Maybe choose a new speaker. Maybe add 5 more minutes. Maybe increase the speed for a short part. Do not make 10 changes at once. Add one challenge. Let your mind adapt. Then add another. Mastery grows in steps. You can turn this 7-day challenge into a monthly system. Week 1, use clear and easy audio. Week 2, use the same topics with more natural speed. Week 3, add new speakers and short conversations. Week 4, review old audio and measure your progress. At the end of the month, choose one piece that once felt difficult. Listen again. Record your summary. Compare it with your first attempt. Do not only listen for mistakes, listen for growth. Maybe your sentences are clearer. Maybe you speak longer. Maybe you use more useful phrases. Maybe your voice sounds more confident. Keep this proof. It will help you during difficult days. You should also protect your mind from too much pressure. Learning English should challenge you, but it should not make you hate yourself. Do not speak to yourself like an enemy. Do not say, "I am stupid. My memory is terrible. I always fail." These words do not improve your English. They only create fear. Speak to yourself like a patient teacher. Say, "This part is difficult, but I can train it. I did not understand today, so I will try a simpler audio. I missed many words, but I caught the main idea. My progress is slow, but it is real." Kindness does not make you weak. It helps you continue. A person who hates every mistake will avoid practice. A person who learns from mistakes will grow. Your mistakes are information. If you miss words because the speed is too high, lower the speed slightly. If you understand words but forget the message, practice summaries. If your mind wanders, shorten the audio and remove distractions. If vocabulary blocks you, stay with one topic and collect useful sentences. Every weakness tells you what to train next. Do not hide from it. Do not judge it. Use it. Your learning journey becomes easier when you stop asking, "Why am I bad at English?" Ask, "What skill needs more practice?" This question gives you power. A problem becomes a training plan. Maybe you need more sound practice. Maybe you need more vocabulary. Maybe you need stronger focus. Maybe you need easier material. There is always a next step. You are not trapped. Another part of mastery is learning to enjoy partial understanding. This may sound strange, but when you enjoy the parts you understand, you create positive energy. Suppose you understand only half of a story. Do not spend all your attention on the missing half. Enjoy the part you caught. You understood the place. You understood the main character. You understood the problem. That is already meaningful. The next time you may understand more. Enjoyment keeps you curious. Curiosity opens the mind. Fear closes it. When you listen with fear, every unknown word feels like proof that you are failing. When you listen with curiosity, every unknown word becomes a small mystery. You think, "What could that mean? Let me hear the next sentence. Maybe the story will explain it." This attitude changes the whole experience. English stops feeling like a test. It becomes discovery. You are not trying to protect yourself from mistakes. You are exploring meaning. This is a much stronger way to learn. You should also build an English environment around your routine. You do not need to move to another country. You can bring English into small parts of your day. Listen to a short audio in the morning. Change one of your daily searches into English. Watch a short interview during lunch. Think about your day using simple English. At night, record a 1-minute summary of what you learned. These small contacts keep the language active. Do not try to change your whole life in one day. That can become tiring. Choose 2 or 3 small points. Make them regular. For example, morning, 10 minutes of listening. Afternoon, review 3 sentences. Evening, 1-minute spoken summary. This is enough to create daily movement. Over 1 year, these small sessions become hundreds of hours. That is how quiet practice creates visible skill. People may see your English improve and think it happened suddenly, but you will know the truth. It was built in hidden moments. 1 morning, 1 sentence, 1 difficult word, 1 small return of attention. 1 day when you practiced even without motivation. Mastery often grows in silence before anyone notices. Your final goal is not to remain a learner forever. You will always keep learning, but English must become a tool. Use it to receive knowledge. Use it to enjoy stories. Use it to understand people. Use it to express your ideas. Use it to grow in your work. Use it to enter places that were once closed to you. When English becomes only a school subject, practice can feel dry. When English becomes a bridge to something important, your energy changes. Ask yourself, why do I want to understand fast English? Maybe you want to watch movies without subtitles. Maybe you want to study from international teachers. Maybe you want to understand audiobooks. Maybe you want to speak with confidence. Maybe you want better work. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you simply want to prove to yourself that you can do it. Keep that reason close. Your reason will carry you when the routine feels difficult. Do not chase English only to impress people. Learn it to expand your life. A bigger reason creates stronger patience. When you know why you are training, 20 minutes no longer feels small. It becomes part of a larger future. Every session becomes a vote for the person you are becoming. You are becoming someone who listens calmly. Someone who does not panic when speech becomes fast. Someone who can follow ideas. Someone who keeps learning from real language. Someone who trusts the process. You are not waiting to become that person later. Every day you practice, you are already becoming them. Remember the full path. First, silence the unnecessary noise. Then bring your attention to the speaker. Stay present when a word escapes you. Follow the main idea. Use the full sentence as a clue. Notice useful phrases. Repeat them. Use them. Listen again. Explain what you understood. Return tomorrow. This is the complete system. It is simple, but simple does not mean weak. A few simple actions repeated for months can change your entire level. Do not search forever for a new secret. The real secret is using the method long enough. Many learners change methods every week. They start one course, then another. They download 10 apps. They save hundreds of videos, but they never stay with one practice long enough to grow. Do not collect methods. Collect hours of focused listening. A simple routine followed for 100 days will defeat a perfect plan followed for 3 days. Choose your routine. Trust it. Improve it slowly. Stay with it. You do not need to feel progress every day. A seed does not show new leaves every morning, but growth is still happening under the ground. Your mind works in the same way. Every listening session strengthens small paths inside your brain. Every repeated phrase becomes easier to recognize. Every summary makes meaning clearer. Every calm return builds focus. One day, the hidden growth becomes visible. The English that once rushed past you begins to slow down. Not because the speakers changed, because your mind learned how to move with them. This is your final lesson. Do not fight fast English. Train for it. Do not chase every sound. Follow the meaning. Do not fill your mind with fear. Give it silence. Do not wait for confidence. Create it through daily action. Do not try to become perfect. Become consistent. Your silent mind is not empty. It is alert. It is calm. It is ready. It notices what a noisy mind misses. It connects what a frightened mind separates. It continues where an impatient mind stops. Inside that silence, English begins to organize itself. The sounds become words. The words become phrases. The phrases become ideas. The ideas become meaning, and meaning begins to flow without force. This is the moment you have been training for. The moment when English no longer feels like something outside you. It enters your mind naturally. You hear it. You follow it. You understand it. You respond. You are no longer standing at the door waiting for permission. You are inside the language. Begin your mastery routine today. Sit in silence. Choose one audio. Listen with full attention. Catch the main message. Save one powerful sentence. Explain what you learned. Then return tomorrow. Do not underestimate one serious session. Do not underestimate one focused week. Do not underestimate 100 quiet days. A mind trained daily becomes difficult to stop. Your ears will become faster. Your focus will become stronger. Your vocabulary will become deeper. Your fear will become smaller. And your understanding will begin to rise. You do not need a special gift. You need calm practice. You do not need to understand everything today. You need to understand a little more than yesterday. You do not need to run. You need to keep walking. Train your silent mind. Let the noise fall away. Let the meaning come forward. Stay with the speaker. Stay with the message. Stay with the process. The master listener inside you is not waiting to be created. It is waiting to be trained. Begin now. Listen deeply. Think calmly. Understand naturally. And let fast English finally become part of you. Lesson 8. Build an English mind that understands without translation. There is one final wall between you and fast English. It is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is not the speaker's speed. It is the habit of translating everything inside your head. You hear an English word. Your mind changes it into your first language. Then you search for the meaning. Then you return to English. This process may work when you are reading slowly, but it becomes a serious problem when someone is speaking quickly. The speaker says one sentence. You begin translating it. Before you finish, the speaker says another sentence. Now your mind is still holding the first idea while the second idea is already passing. Then a third sentence arrives. Soon you feel lost. You may blame the speaker. You may blame the accent. You may blame your vocabulary. But the real problem is that your mind is taking a long road to reach the meaning. You hear English. You travel into your first language. You find the meaning. Then you try to return to English. A master listener takes a shorter road. English enters, meaning appears. There is no long journey in the middle. When a master hears the word door, they do not first search for the word in another language. They see a door. When they hear run, they feel the action of running. When they hear hungry, they understand the feeling. When they hear danger, the idea becomes clear. The English word connects directly to the meaning. This direct connection is the foundation of fast comprehension. Your final goal is not only to learn more English. Your goal is to build an English mind. An English mind does not mean forgetting your first language. It does not mean changing who you are. It simply means that when English is being used, your mind can stay inside English. You hear English. You understand English. You think about the idea in English. You answer in English. You stop traveling between two languages after every sentence. This is how fast speech begins to feel slower. The speaker may still be speaking at the same speed, but your mind is no longer wasting time translating every piece. You are moving with the message. You are not running behind it. Many learners wait for this ability to appear naturally. They think that one day after learning enough grammar, translation will suddenly stop. But the habit does not always disappear by itself. You must train a new path. You must teach your mind to connect English directly to life. The training begins with simple words. Look around the room. Do not name things in your first language. Name them in English. Table, chair, window, phone, wall, light, door, cup, book. Do not create a sentence yet. Just look at the object and let the English word appear. If you see a chair, think chair. Do not think of the word in your language first. Connect the English sound directly to the object. This exercise may feel too easy, but it is building an important skill. You are removing the middle step. You are showing your mind that English can connect directly to the world. After objects, move to actions. When you stand up, think, I am standing. When you walk, think, I am walking. When you open the door, think, I am opening the door. When you drink water, think, I am drinking water. When you sit down, think, I am sitting. Do not create long or difficult sentences. Simple thoughts are enough. Your goal is not to impress yourself. Your goal is to make English immediate. You are teaching your mind to describe real life without translation. At first, you may need effort. You may stop and search for a word. That is normal. Use the words you already know. Do not make every thought difficult. If you do not know the word curtain, simply think, the cloth near the window. You may not have the perfect word, but you are still thinking inside English. This is a powerful skill. Many learners stop speaking because they do not know one exact word. A strong English mind does not stop. It finds another way. Suppose you forget the word umbrella. You can say, the thing we use when it rains. Suppose you forget refrigerator. You can say, the cold place where we keep food. Suppose you forget pharmacy. You can say, the place where people buy medicine. This ability keeps communication moving. It also keeps your mind inside English. You are not running back to your first language for help. You are using the English you already have to explain the English you do not have. That is real power. A weak learner believes that every idea has only one correct sentence. A strong learner knows that one idea can be expressed in many ways. If you cannot use one road, use another. The important thing is to keep moving. This same skill helps with listening. When you hear a word that you do not know, do not immediately search for a translation. Listen to the full sentence. Ask, what is happening? What feeling is present? What idea fits here? You may not find the exact dictionary meaning, but you may understand enough to continue. That is often all you need. Imagine you hear, the child was frightened by the loud noise, so he ran to his mother. Maybe you do not know the word frightened. but you hear loud noise. You hear ran to his mother. You understand that the child probably felt afraid. Your mind can connect the word to the feeling. This is better than immediately translating it. Now, frightened connects directly to fear. The next time you hear it, the meaning may appear faster. This is how direct understanding grows. You meet a word inside a real situation. The situation gives the word meaning. The meaning enters your memory. Later, the word wakes up without translation. You must also stop believing that every English sentence has one perfect sentence in your first language. Languages do not always match word for word. Sometimes one English phrase carries a feeling that cannot be copied exactly. Sometimes the order is different. Sometimes the same word is used in many ways. When you try to translate every piece perfectly, you may understand less. Instead, ask, what does this whole sentence mean? Focus on the message, not the exact word order. Suppose someone says, I am looking forward to meeting you. A word-by-word translation may sound strange in another language, but the real meaning is simple. I feel happy and excited about meeting you. Catch the feeling. Catch the purpose. You do not need to rebuild the sentence in another language. Let the English phrase become one complete unit inside your mind. When you hear looking forward to, connect it directly to positive expectation. This is how strong listeners understand common phrases. They do not break everything into small pieces. They receive the phrase as one idea. Think about the phrase, take your time. It does not mean physically taking time into your hands. It means, do not hurry. When you hear it many times, you stop translating each word. The full phrase creates the meaning. The same is true for, give me a moment. Keep in mind, make sure. It depends. I have no idea. That makes sense. Let me know. By the way, at the end of the day, these phrases appear again and again in real English. Learn them as complete pieces. Do not study them as separate words. When a speaker says, let me know, your mind should receive the complete idea. Tell me later when you have the information. This makes listening much faster. Every phrase you learn as one piece removes work from your brain. Imagine reading the word English. You do not look at each letter separately. You recognize the full shape. Listening can work in the same way. At first, what do you mean may sound like 4 words. After hearing it many times, your brain receives it as one familiar sound carrying one meaning. You understand it immediately. This is why natural sentence practice is more powerful than single word study. You are teaching your mind to recognize larger pieces. Fast speakers do not always give you clean spaces between words. They connect sounds. What do you mean may sound closer to one smooth group than 4 separate words. Did you eat may sound shorter in natural speech. Do you want to go may become very connected. When you know the whole phrase, the connected sound becomes easier to recognize. If you only know each word alone, natural speech may feel confusing. You wait to hear do, then you, then want, then to, then go. But the speaker gives you one fast sound. Your mind cannot separate it quickly. The answer is not to fear natural speech. The answer is to learn common phrases through repeated listening. Choose one useful sentence. Listen to it several times. First, listen normally. Then read the sentence. Then listen again. Notice how the sounds connect. Repeat it slowly, then repeat it closer to the speaker's speed. Finally, close the text and listen again. Now the fast sound has a clear meaning. You are building a direct path from sound to understanding. Do this with only a few sentences each day. 5 strong phrases are enough. Do not collect 50 phrases and forget them. Choose sentences you can use often. For example, I am not sure yet. What are you trying to say? I did not expect that. It is not a big deal. Let us think about it. I will get back to you. I am used to it. That is exactly what I mean. These sentences appear in many situations. They give your mind ready-made English. When you hear them, you understand faster. When you speak, you do not need to build everything from zero. You can use a complete pattern. This reduces pressure. It also helps you begin thinking in English. An English mind is built from familiar patterns. You are not creating every thought from individual grammar rules. You are using groups you have heard many times. For example, after hearing I am used to many times, you can create I am used to waking up early. I am used to this weather. I am used to working alone. I am not used to speaking in public. One pattern gives you many sentences. You do not need to stop and think about every grammar rule. rule. The structure already feels familiar. This is how natural English grows. You must also train yourself to understand through pictures. When you listen to a story, create a small movie inside your mind. If the speaker says, "A tired man entered a quiet coffee shop and sat near the window," see the man, see the coffee shop, see the window. Feel the quiet place. Do not translate the sentence. Turn the words into a scene. Your mind understands pictures very quickly. Stories become easier when you can see them. Suppose the story continues. He looked outside and noticed a woman running through the rain. See the rain. See the woman running. See the man looking through the window. Now the English is connected to movement and images. It is no longer only sound. This makes the meaning stronger. It also makes the story easier to remember. After listening, you may not remember every sentence, but you remember the movie inside your mind. You can use that movie to explain what happened. This is a powerful method for audiobooks. Many learners hear a story but keep all the words inside their heads. The words become heavy. Soon they forget the beginning. Instead, turn the words into pictures. Let the scene carry the meaning. If the audiobook describes a mountain, see it. If someone is angry, feel the change in the voice. If a door suddenly opens, imagine the moment. Your mind will follow the story more naturally. For ideas that do not have clear pictures, use simple mental examples. Suppose the speaker talks about discipline. Think of someone waking up early even when they feel tired. Suppose the topic is patience. Imagine waiting calmly instead of becoming angry. Suppose the topic is confidence. Imagine speaking even when your hands feel nervous. The idea becomes easier when it connects to a real example. This prevents empty translation. You are not moving the word into another language. You are connecting it to human life. The next step is learning to think in small English moments during your day. You do not need to think in English for 12 hours. That will feel tiring. Start with 1 minute. When you wake up, describe your morning. I feel tired. The room is quiet. I need to get ready. I will drink some water. The weather looks warm. These sentences are simple. That is good. Simple thoughts build speed. If you force yourself to create deep and complicated thoughts, you will translate more. Begin with what is directly in front of you. Later, think about your plans. Today, I need to finish my work. I want to practice English after lunch. I may call my friend in the evening. I should not waste too much time on my phone. You are training your mind to organize daily life through English. After several days, these thoughts will begin appearing faster. You will not need to build them slowly. They will become familiar patterns. Then move to feelings. I feel worried because I have a lot to do. I am happy that I finished this task. I feel disappointed, but I will try again. I am excited about tomorrow. This is important because real communication includes feelings. If you can describe your inner world in English, the language becomes more personal. It is no longer only something you hear from teachers. It becomes a voice inside your own life. You can also think through small decisions. Should I go now or later? This option is easier, but the other option is better. I do not need to buy this. I should finish one task before starting another. These small thoughts train real English thinking. You are not repeating a lesson. You are using English to guide your day. This creates a deeper connection. At night, review your day inside English. Do not try to remember every hour. Choose 3 moments. What happened this morning? What was difficult? What was one good thing? You can think. This morning I woke up late, so I had to move quickly. Work was difficult because I could not focus. The best part of my day was talking to my friend. This exercise combines memory, grammar, vocabulary, and meaning. Most importantly, it keeps your mind inside English for a few minutes. You can speak these thoughts aloud. Recording them is even better. When you record yourself, do not stop after every mistake. Keep speaking. Use another word if you forget something. Your goal is not perfect grammar. Your goal is continuous meaning. Imagine that you want to say, I felt frustrated, but you forget the word frustrated. Do not stop. Say, I felt angry and tired because nothing was working. You express the idea. That is success. Later, you can learn the exact word. But in the moment, you kept the English alive. This ability is essential for fast communication. Real conversations do not wait while you search for perfect language. You need flexible English. You need the courage to explain. The same is true when listening. You may not understand the perfect meaning of a word. Build the general meaning meaning and continue. Precision can come later. Flow must come first. Your English mind becomes stronger when you stop treating every mistake like an emergency. A wrong word is not the end. A missed sentence is not the end. A grammar mistake is not the end. Stay with the idea. Communication is larger than perfection. Imagine someone tells you, "Yesterday I go market and buy food." The grammar is not perfect, but you understand the message. The person went to the market and bought food, meaning survived. This does not mean grammar is unimportant. Grammar helps you become clearer, but do not let grammar fear stop understanding. When you listen, focus first on meaning. When you speak, express the idea first, then improve the form with time. Children learn language this way. They do not wait until they understand every rule. They hear patterns. They connect them to life. They try. They make mistakes. They hear corrections. They improve. You can use the same natural power as an adult. You also have advantages. You can choose your practice. You can study useful patterns. You can repeat audio. You can record yourself. You can notice your weaknesses. But you must not allow your adult fear to block your natural learning ability. Adults often want to understand everything before using anything. They want complete safety. Language does not grow that way. You must use incomplete English. You must listen with incomplete understanding. You must allow the missing parts to become clear through experience. This is not careless learning. It is brave learning. Think about swimming. You cannot learn everything about water while standing outside the pool. At some point, you must enter. You may move badly at first. You may feel nervous, but your body learns by being in the water. English works in the same way. You can study grammar for years, but your listening mind becomes strong by entering real English. You need contact with sound. You need uncertainty. You need moments when you understand only part of the message. You need to stay calm inside those moments. Each time you continue, you become stronger. Translation often grows from fear. You are afraid of misunderstanding, so you try to hold every word tightly. You translate it to feel safe, but this safety is slow. It prevents flow. You must learn to accept small uncertainty. Tell yourself, "I may not understand everything, but I can still follow." This sentence gives your mind freedom. You are no longer demanding complete control. You are allowing understanding to build from many clues. Suppose you are listening to a podcast about sleep. You understand that the speaker is talking about phones, light, the brain, and bedtime. You miss one scientific word. Do not stop. The main message may still be clear. Using your phone late at night can make sleep more difficult. You understood the important idea. The missing word is not a disaster. You can check it later if it seems useful. This is how efficient learners listen. They do not give the same importance to every unknown word. They ask, "Do I need this word to understand the message?" Sometimes the answer is no. Let it pass. Sometimes the word appears many times and seems central to the topic. Then save it. This choice protects your attention. If you stop for everything, you destroy the flow. If you never study anything, your vocabulary grows slowly. A master finds balance. Keep listening first. Study the most useful parts later. Your English mind needs both freedom and focus. Freedom allows you to follow long ideas. Focus allows you to learn from important details. Use a two-part system. In the first part, listen for meaning. Do not stop. Do not translate. Do not take many notes. Let the message move. In the second part, return to a short section. Study one or two useful phrases. Notice the sound. Check the meaning. Repeat the sentence. Use it in your own example. Then return to free listening. This system prevents English from becoming only a school exercise. You still experience the message. You still enjoy the story, but you also improve your skill. For example, listen to 10 minutes of an audiobook. During the first listening, follow the story. Afterward, choose only 30 seconds. Replay that part. Maybe the narrator says he had spent years waiting for the right moment, only to discover that the right moment had never existed. This is a powerful sentence. First, understand the idea. The man waited for a perfect time. Later, he learned that no perfect time was coming. Now notice useful parts. Spent years waiting. The right moment never existed. Repeat the full sentence. Then create your own thought. Many people spend years waiting for confidence, but confidence often comes after they begin. Now you are not only copying English, you are thinking with it. You received one idea and created another. This is a strong sign that your English mind is growing. You should also practice asking questions inside English. Questions keep your mind active. Before an audio, ask, "What do I already know about this topic? What do I think the speaker will say?" During the audio, ask, "Why did this happen? What may happen next? What is the speaker trying to prove?" After the audio, ask, "What was the strongest idea? What did I agree with? What did I learn? What would I say differently?" These questions turn listening into thinking. You are no longer a passive receiver. You are having a silent conversation with the speaker. This keeps attention strong. It also helps you understand deeper messages. Suppose the speaker says, "People often avoid starting because they are afraid of failing." You can ask, "Is this true in my life?" You may think, "Yes, sometimes I delay work because I am afraid it will not be good." Now the English idea is connected to your own experience. You will remember it more clearly. The language becomes meaningful. Meaning is the strongest teacher. A sentence connected to your life may remain for years. A sentence memorized only for a test may disappear in days. Use your life as part of your English training. When learning regret, remember something you wish you had done differently. When learning relief, remember a moment when a worry ended. When learning proud, remember something difficult you completed. When learning hesitate, remember a time you wanted to speak but waited. Emotions create strong connections. They give the word a home inside your memory. But do not force painful memories. Use simple and safe examples. The goal is connection, not suffering. You can use imagined situations too. For generous, imagine someone sharing food. For determined, imagine a runner continuing in the rain. For confused, imagine someone looking at a difficult map. The scene gives the word meaning. You should also listen for emotion in voices. Fast comprehension is not only about words. The speaker's voice gives important information. A rising voice may show surprise or a question. A slow, quiet voice may show sadness or seriousness. A strong voice may show confidence or anger. Laughter changes the meaning of a sentence. A long pause can show doubt. When you listen only for words, you miss half the message. Listen to how the sentence feels. Suppose someone says, "That was a wonderful idea." The words are positive, but the voice may sound cold and angry. The person may not truly believe it was wonderful. Tone helps you understand the real meaning. You do not need to become an expert immediately. Just ask, "Does the person sound happy, worried, angry, unsure, or excited?" This simple question opens another part of comprehension. It also reduces the need for translation. Feelings can be understood directly. You hear fear, you hear joy, you hear doubt. The meaning enters without a dictionary. Movies and conversations become easier when you follow emotion. Even when you miss some words, you may understand the relationship between people. One person is angry, another is trying to explain. Someone feels hurt, someone is hiding something. These emotional clues help you build the full message. Your English mind must learn to use every kind of information: words, tone, situation, body language. When you can see the speaker, the topic, what happened before, what happens after. Do not make one unknown word more powerful than all these clues. The full message is bigger than one small gap. Another skill is learning to hear reduced sounds without fear. In natural English, common words may become weaker. Speakers do not always pronounce every word like a dictionary. Small words may become very short. Words may join together. This is normal in many languages. Do not think the speaker is speaking incorrectly. Natural speech is built for speed. Your job is to become familiar with it. Begin with sentences you already understand. Listen to how they sound naturally. For example, "What are you doing?" In slow, careful speech, every word may sound clear. In natural speech, the sentence may feel much more connected. Do not try to study it only through written explanation. Hear it many times. Repeat it as one group. Connect the complete sound to the meaning. Use short clips. 3 to 7 seconds is enough. Listen, pause, repeat, listen again, then hear the sentence inside a longer conversation. This trains recognition. Do not spend 1 hour on one sentence. A few careful repetitions are enough. Return the next day. Your brain needs time between meetings. Short daily practice is more useful than one heavy session. You can create a fast phrase bank. This is not a long word list. It is a small collection of common spoken sentences. Each entry should include the sentence, its simple meaning, and the original sound. Choose phrases from real audio. For example, "What do you mean? Are you serious? I did not see that coming. Give me a second. I am trying to figure it out. There is nothing to worry about. I cannot believe this happened. That is not what I meant. I will take care of it. You have got to be careful. Practice 5 phrases for 1 week. Do not change them every day. Hear them in the morning. Repeat them once or twice. Try to notice them in other audio. Use one in your own speech. After 1 week, these sounds will feel more familiar. Then choose 5 more. After several months, you will have many powerful patterns. Fast English will become easier because common speech is built from common patterns. The speaker may use new information, but the structure is familiar. You already know. I cannot believe. I am trying to. You do not have to. The reason is, one of the biggest problems is, what I am saying is, these openings help you predict the sentence. Prediction reduces the amount of new information your mind must process. Suppose the speaker begins. One of the biggest mistakes people make is, you already understand the direction. The speaker is about to name an important mistake. Your attention becomes ready. Suppose they say, the reason this happens is, a cause is coming. Suppose they say, for example, a clear case is coming. Suppose they say, on the other hand, a different side is coming. These patterns act like signs. An English mind notices them quickly. It understands the structure before every detail arrives. This makes long audiobooks much easier. When listening to a long chapter, do not try to hold every sentence. Follow the road. What is the main topic? What problem is being discussed? What reasons are given? What examples appear? What solution is offered? What is the final lesson? This structure helps you remain inside the message. Imagine listening to a 30-minute chapter. Without structure, it may feel like hundreds of separate sentences. With structure, it becomes 5 or 6 main ideas. Your memory can hold 5 ideas much more easily than hundreds of words. You can create a simple mental map. Beginning, problem, explanation, example, solution, conclusion. You do not need to write while listening if writing breaks your focus. You can remember 1 word for each part. After the chapter, speak about the map. For example, the chapter begins with a story about a young worker. The main problem is fear of failure. The speaker explains that fear grows when people avoid action. Then there is an example about starting a business. The solution is to take 1 small step. The final lesson is that confidence comes after action. You may not remember the exact sentences, but you understood the chapter. That is strong comprehension. This is what an audiobook listener needs. You are not trying to copy the book. You are receiving its ideas. You should also train listening memory in small steps. Start with 1 sentence. Listen once. Pause. Repeat the idea in your own words. Then move to 2 sentences. Then 3. Later, listen for 30 seconds before summarizing. Then 1 minute. Then 2 minutes. Do not jump directly to 10 minutes if your memory becomes overloaded. Build slowly. Your mind learns to hold more meaning with practice. Remember that you do not need to hold exact words. Hold the idea. Exact words are heavy. Ideas are lighter. Suppose the speaker says, although the weather was terrible, the team continued climbing because they believed reaching the top was worth the struggle. You do not need to hold every word. Hold. Bad weather. Team continued. Goal was worth it. Then explain. The weather was bad, but the team kept climbing because the goal was important. You kept the meaning. This is the skill you need for fast speech. The words arrive and leave. The meaning remains. You can strengthen this with the 3-point method. After listening to 1 or 2 minutes, choose 3 main points. Do not choose 8, only 3. Then explain the audio using those points. This forces your mind to separate the important from the unimportant. At first, you may choose weak details. That is fine. With practice, you will become better at finding the heart of the message. Another powerful method is the 1-breath summary. After a short audio, explain the main point in 1 comfortable breath. This keeps the summary short. For example, the speaker says that people understand fast English better when they stop translating and focus on the whole idea. That 1 sentence captures the main lesson. Then you can add details, but the main idea must come first. A clear mind knows what matters most. This skill also improves speaking. You will become better at explaining ideas simply. Your English will sound more organized. You must also train different levels of listening. Not every session should be equally hard. Use 3 levels. The first level is comfort listening. Choose audio that you understand easily. This builds flow and confidence. The second level is growth listening. Choose audio that is challenging but understandable. This should be your main training level. The third level is stretch listening. Choose something difficult for a few minutes. This shows your mind what faster or more natural English sounds like. Do not spend your whole day at the stretch level. Too much difficulty can create frustration. A good weekly balance may be most of your time at the growth level, some time at the comfort level, a small amount at the stretch level. Comfort reminds you that English can feel natural. Growth builds skill. Stretch expands your limit. This balance protects motivation. If every audio is too easy, you stop improving. If every audio is too hard, you stop believing in yourself. Choose wisely. You should also return to old audio. New material is exciting, but old material shows progress. Listen to something that felt difficult 1 month ago. Do not read the transcript first. Play it naturally. You may notice that the speaker sounds slower. The words feel clearer. The phrases are easier to separate. This is one of the best ways to see real growth. When you only use new and harder material, you may always feel weak. Your skill improves, but the difficulty also increases. Old audio gives you proof. Save one recording from every month. Label it with the date, return later. Your mind needs evidence that the work is changing you. That evidence builds patience. You should also record your summaries. After listening, speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Save the recording. Do not listen only to your pronunciation. Notice your understanding. Did you catch the main point? Did you explain the ideas in order? Could you use useful phrases? Did you speak with fewer long pauses? After 1 month, compare recordings. Your progress may be larger than you feel. Maybe your grammar is still imperfect, but you speak longer. You explain more clearly. You use better vocabulary. You sound calmer. These are real signs of growth. Do not wait until everything is perfect before respecting your progress. Mastery is made from hundreds of small improvements. Your English mind also needs speed training, but speed must be used carefully. Do not simply make every audio extremely fast. That can turn clear speech into useless noise. Use speed as a short exercise. Choose audio you already understand. Listen at normal speed, then increase it slightly. Stay relaxed. Focus on the main idea. After a few minutes, return to normal speed. Normal speech may now feel easier. This teaches your mind to process faster without losing meaning. But never use high speed to punish yourself. The goal is adaptation, not pain. If the words become completely unclear, lower the speed. Challenge should stretch you, not destroy the message. You can also use the fast, normal, slow method. First, listen slightly faster than normal. Second, return to normal speed. Third, listen slightly slower if there is one difficult sentence. Study the sound, then return to normal speed again. This helps you see both the complete flow and the small details. Do not stay at slow speed too long. Real English will not always wait. Use slow listening as a tool, then return to natural speech. Your final goal is normal understanding at real speed. Another useful exercise is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a speaker and repeating closely after them. You do not need to speak at the exact same moment at first. Listen to one short sentence. Pause. Repeat it. Copy the rhythm. Copy the pauses. Copy the strong words. Do not worry about having the same accent. Your goal is to feel how the sentence moves. When your mouth can follow the rhythm, your ears often recognize it more easily. Speaking and listening support each other. Suppose the sentence is, "I never thought it would happen this quickly." Listen. Repeat slowly. Then repeat at natural speed. Notice which words sound strong. Never thought. Happen. Quickly. The smaller words may sound weaker. Now, when another speaker uses a similar rhythm, your ears will be more prepared. Shadow only short parts. 5 minutes is enough. Long shadowing can become tiring. Choose sentences you understand. Do not copy sounds without meaning. Meaning must remain first. After shadowing, explain the sentence in your own words. This proves that you did not only copy the sound, you understood it. You can also change part of the sentence. "I never thought my English would improve this quickly." Now the pattern becomes useful for your own speaking. This is how one sentence creates many skills. You listened. You noticed rhythm. You repeated. You understood. You changed it. You used it personally. This is deep training. But remember that your English mind also needs rest. More practice is not always better. If you listen for hours while tired and distracted, your attention becomes weak. The sound may enter your ears without creating clear learning. Short, focused sessions can be more powerful. You can divide your practice. Morning, 10 minutes of deep listening. Afternoon, 5 minutes of phrase review. Evening, 1 short summary. This may be more effective than one heavy session that you hate. Rest helps you return with fresh attention. Do not fill every silent moment with English. Your mind also needs quiet. Remember the first lesson. Silence is part of learning. After listening, sit for 1 minute. Let the ideas settle. Ask yourself, what do I remember without checking? This quiet recall strengthens memory. Do not immediately open another video. Give the lesson space. A crowded mind forgets quickly. A calm mind has room to organize. You should also protect your attention from constant phone use. Fast English needs sustained focus. If your mind changes direction every few seconds, long speech becomes difficult. You begin wanting a new sound, a new picture, or a new message. An audiobook may then feel slow even when the English is fast. Train yourself to stay. Put the phone screen down. Close extra pages. Listen to one thing. Do not jump between 5 audios. Your mind becomes strong when it learns to remain with one message. Begin with 5 minutes, then 10, then 15. Do not check notifications during the session. Every time you resist the need to look away, your attention grows. This skill helps far beyond English. A focused mind learns everything more deeply. Another danger is collecting too much learning material. You may save hundreds of podcasts. You may download many books. You may join many courses. You may spend more time choosing than listening. This creates the feeling of work without real practice. Choose one main audiobook. Choose one podcast. Choose one short phrase source. Stay with them for a week. Simple systems are easier to follow. You do not need the perfect resource. You need regular contact with understandable English. Changing material every day can slow vocabulary growth. When you stay with one topic or speaker, common words repeat. You become familiar with the voice. Understanding grows faster. After confidence grows, add variety. Do not confuse variety with progress. Depth is powerful. Listen to the same short chapter several times. First for the main idea, second for details, third for useful phrases, fourth for flow. Each listening reveals something new. The audio may sound completely different on the 4th day. This is not boring repetition. It is training your mind to see deeper. Musicians repeat songs. Athletes repeat movements. Strong listeners repeat sound. Repetition creates automatic skill, but repetition should have a purpose. Do not replay something 10 times without attention. Give each round a job. Round 1. Understand the topic. Round 2. Catch the main points. Round 3. Notice useful phrases. Round 4. Repeat 1 or 2 sentences. Round 5. Listen freely and enjoy the improvement. Now repetition feels active. Your mind searches for something different each time. This prevents boredom. Your English mind also becomes stronger through reading and listening together. Use a transcript carefully. First, listen without reading. This tests your ears. Then read while listening. Notice what you missed. Maybe you knew the words, but you did not recognize the connected sound. Maybe the speaker used a new phrase. Maybe one small word became weak. Then close the text and listen again. The sentence should feel clearer. Do not begin with the transcript every time. If you always read first, your eyes may do all the work. Your listening does not become independent. Use the text as support, not as a permanent crutch. The goal is to remove it slowly. A simple method is listen, guess, read, listen again, explain. This complete cycle is powerful. You first give your ears a chance, then you check, then you return to sound. Finally, you prove understanding through your own words. Do not spend too much time studying every line of a long transcript. Choose only the most useful section. Keep the main experience as listening. Your title is about fast English comprehension, not perfect transcript study. The ear must remain at the center. You should also practice with audio that has no visual help. Videos are useful, but pictures can hide weak listening. You may understand because you see what is happening. That is still valuable. But audiobooks and podcasts force your ears to work harder. Use both. Videos help you connect language to actions and emotions. Audio-only practice builds stronger listening independence. A balanced week can include stories, podcasts, interviews, and audiobook chapters. Do not use too many different types in one day. Let each session have one clear purpose. When listening to stories, follow scenes and events. When listening to interviews, follow questions and answers. When listening to teaching, follow explanations and examples. When listening to audiobooks, follow the chapter structure. Different forms train different skills. Your English mind becomes flexible when it learns how each form works. For interviews, listen to the question first. Predict the type of answer. If the interviewer asks, "What was the biggest challenge?" expect a problem or difficult experience. If they ask, "How did you solve it?" expect actions or a method. Questions create a map. For stories, listen for who, where, what happened, why, what changed, how did it end. For teaching, listen for what is the main idea, why is it important, what example is given, what should the listener do. These simple questions guide your attention. You do not need to hold everything equally. Your mind knows what to search for. This is another form of prediction. A prepared mind understands faster. Before pressing play, spend 30 seconds thinking about the title. Suppose the title is How to Build Confidence When Speaking English. Predict possible ideas. Fear of mistakes. Daily practice. Speaking slowly, using simple words. Recording yourself, talking with others. Now your mind has a small group of expected meanings. When the speaker begins, familiar ideas appear faster. Even if the exact words are different, the direction is clear. After listening, compare your predictions with the real message. This makes listening active and memorable. But do not become trapped by predictions. The speaker may surprise you. Stay open. Prediction is a guide, not a rule. Another final wall is the fear of different accents. You may understand one teacher clearly but struggle with another speaker. Do not decide that your English has disappeared. Your brain has simply learned one sound pattern. A new accent may use different vowels, rhythm, or word connections. Give your mind time. Begin with short audio. Choose one speaker. Listen for several days. Do not jump between 5 new accents. Familiarity will grow. The first day may feel difficult. The third day may feel better. After 1 week, the voice may begin to sound normal. This proves that listening difficulty is often temporary. Your mind learns patterns through repeated contact. Do not make negative judgments about the accent. Do not say, "This speaker talks badly." Say, "My ears are learning a new pattern." This attitude keeps you calm. Every accent you become comfortable with makes your listening more flexible. Begin with accents that matter for your goals. Maybe you want to understand American movies, maybe British audiobooks, maybe international business conversations. Choose with purpose. Later, add more variety. You do not need to master every accent in the world. You need enough flexibility to remain calm when speech sounds different. The same is true for speaking speed. Some speakers are naturally quick. Others pause often. Some use long sentences. Others use short phrases. Do not expect all English to sound the same. A master listener adjusts. With a fast speaker, focus strongly on keywords and the main direction. With a slow speaker, notice details and phrases. With a speaker who uses long sentences, wait for the idea to finish before judging it. With conversation, follow who agrees, who disagrees, and why. Different situations need different attention. Your silent mind becomes powerful when it can change without panic. You must also learn what to do when you become completely lost. Even strong listeners sometimes lose the message. Maybe your mind wandered. Maybe the topic changed. Maybe several unknown words appeared together. Do not panic. Use the return method. First, stop thinking about what you missed. You cannot listen backward while the audio moves forward. Second, catch one clear word. Third, use that word to find the new topic. Fourth, listen for a complete sentence. Fifth, rebuild the meaning from that point. Imagine you missed 10 seconds. Then you hear the main reason people give up. Now you have a new starting point. The speaker is explaining why people quit. Forget the lost section for now. Follow this new idea. You can return later if needed. A weak listener stays trapped in the missing part. A strong listener enters the message again. This return skill is more important than perfect attention. Your mind will sometimes wander. Life will sometimes interrupt you. Mastery means knowing how to come back. Practice this deliberately. Play a short audio. If you lose the message, do not restart immediately. Try to return during the same listening. Catch the next clear idea. This prepares you for real conversation where there is no replay button. Another useful skill is asking for help naturally during conversation. Fast comprehension does not mean pretending you understood everything. A strong communicator knows how to ask. Use simple phrases. Could you say that again? Could you speak a little more slowly? What do you mean by that? Did you say Tuesday or Thursday? Let me make sure I understood. Are you saying that the meeting was canceled? These phrases protect communication. They are not signs of weakness. Even native speakers ask for repetition. Real places can be noisy. People can speak unclearly. Information can be complex. The goal is not to hide confusion. The goal is to reach correct meaning. You can also repeat the idea you heard. So, you want me to finish this by tomorrow? This gives the speaker a chance to confirm or correct you. It also trains active listening. You are turning sound into a clear message. Practice these phrases before you need them. Then they will appear quickly during real conversation. Your English mind needs tools for difficult moments. Confidence comes from knowing what to do. You should also measure progress in the right way. Do not only count unknown words that can make you feel worse even while you improve. Measure useful signs. Can you listen longer without losing focus? Can you understand the main idea faster? Do you translate less? Can you guess words from context? Can you follow a new speaker after a few minutes? Can you explain what you heard? Can you stay calm after missing a sentence? Can you recognize familiar phrases at natural speed? These signs show real growth. Create a simple weekly record. Write the date. Write the audio title. Write the length. Then answer. Main idea understood, yes, partly, or no. Focus level, low, medium, or strong. Translation level, often, sometimes, or rarely. New useful phrases. 1 to 5. Summary recorded. Yes or no. Keep it simple. Do not turn tracking into more work than listening. The purpose is to notice patterns. Maybe your focus is weak at night. Practice in the morning. Maybe difficult topics create too many unknown words. Choose familiar subjects first. Maybe you translate less when using stories. Use more stories while building direct understanding. Your record helps you improve the system. Do not use it to punish yourself. A low score is information, not a judgment. You can also test your progress every 7 days. Choose a 2-minute audio. Listen once without subtitles. Record a summary. Then check the transcript or listen again. Ask, what did I understand correctly? What important point did I miss? Why did I miss it? Maybe the words were unknown. Maybe the sounds connected. Maybe your attention wandered. Choose one problem to train next week. This turns every test into a lesson. Do not test yourself with completely impossible material. A useful test should show both strength and weakness. You need enough understanding to see progress. You also need enough challenge to find the next step. Once a month, return to an older test. Compare your new summary. You may notice that you now understand details that were once invisible. This proof creates strong motivation, but do not become controlled by numbers. Language growth is not always smooth. 1 week may feel powerful. The next may feel slow. You may understand one speaker very well and another poorly. You may be tired. You may have stress. Look at long-term movement. Ask whether you are stronger than 3 months ago. Daily feelings can lie. Long-term evidence is clearer. Your final training system should be simple enough to continue for months. Here is a complete daily routine. Begin with 3 minutes of silence. Sit calmly. Breathe slowly. Let outside thoughts pass. Tell yourself, my only job is to follow meaning. Then spend 5 minutes thinking in simple English. Describe the room. Describe your plans. Describe how you feel. Do not translate. Use easy words. Next, listen to 10 minutes of English without stopping. Choose audio at your growth level. Focus on the topic and the main direction. Do not chase every word. After that, replay one short section. Use the transcript only if needed. Choose 2 useful phrases. Listen to them. Repeat them. Create your own sentences. Then record a 2-minute summary. Explain the main idea. Share one example or opinion. Finally, listen to the original audio one more time for flow. Do not stop. Notice how much clearer it feels. This full routine may take 30 to 40 minutes. On busy days, use the small version. 1 minute of silence, 5 minutes of listening. One useful phrase. 30 seconds of summary. Never believe that a small session is worthless. A small session protects the habit. The habit protects your progress. The next day, you can return to the full routine. Consistency does not mean doing the maximum every day. It means refusing to disappear. You keep a connection with English, even on difficult days. This connection becomes part of your identity. You stop saying, "I am trying to learn English." You begin saying, "I am someone who listens to English every day." The difference is powerful. A goal can feel far away. An identity guides daily action. When listening becomes part of who you are, you need less argument with yourself. You do not wait for motivation. You begin because this is what you do. Build a fixed starting signal. Maybe you practice after breakfast, maybe after morning prayer, maybe after your first cup of tea, maybe before sleeping. Attach English to something you already do every day. The old habit becomes a reminder for the new habit. Keep your headphones ready. Keep the audio chosen. Remove extra decisions. A simple routine survives longer. The more decisions you must make, the easier it becomes to delay. Do not spend 20 minutes choosing the perfect podcast. Choose one and begin. Action teaches more than preparation. You should also have a weekly rhythm. Day 1. Clear story audio. Day 2. Repeat the story and study phrases. Day 3. Listen to an interview on the same topic. Day 4. Practice speed with familiar audio. Day 5. Listen to a short audiobook chapter. Day 6. Review useful phrases and record a longer summary. Day 7. Use relaxed listening and test old audio. This gives you both repetition and variety. But keep the system flexible. Your life may be busy. The exact days are not sacred. What matters is that each skill appears regularly. Silence. Focus. Main ideas. Speed, vocabulary, speaking, review. These 7 parts build the English mind. Now create a 30-day transformation plan. During the first week, focus on silence and simple direct thinking. Name objects. Describe actions. Think about your day in easy English. Use clear audio. Do not worry about difficult accents. Your goal is to stop translating simple ideas. During the second week, focus on phrases and connected speech. Collect 5 useful phrases each day. Listen to complete sentences. Repeat them. Notice how words join together. Use the phrases in your own thoughts. During the third week, focus on longer meaning. Listen to 5 or 10 minutes without stopping. Use mental pictures. Find the main structure. Record summaries. Do not worry about every detail. During the fourth week, combine everything. Use slightly faster audio. Try a new speaker. Think in English before and after listening. Study only the most useful phrases. Record a final summary. Then compare it with your first week recording. Do not expect complete mastery in 30 days. Expect clear movement. You may translate less. You may remain calm longer. You may understand familiar topics much better. You may recognize phrases at natural speed. You may speak with fewer pauses. These changes prove that the new path is growing. Continue for another month. Mastery does not come from one challenge. The challenge opens the door. Your daily life keeps you inside. After 3 months, your listening may feel very different. After 6 months, natural speech may become familiar. After 1 year of serious daily contact, you may look back and hardly recognize the learner you once were. But do not spend today thinking only about 1 year later. The future is built from this session, this sentence, this minute of attention. Mastery always happens now. You listen now. You return now. You practice now. The results arrive later. Do not let impatience destroy the process. Many learners improve for 2 weeks, then stop because they are not fluent. They expect the tree to become large before the roots have grown. Your work is building roots. Every direct connection between sound and meaning is a root. Every phrase understood without translation is a root. Every calm return after confusion is a root. Every summary is a root. Every day you continue is a root. Strong roots are hidden at first. Then growth becomes visible. You may suddenly understand a movie line without trying. You may hear a podcast phrase and know the meaning instantly. You may answer a question before translating. You may begin dreaming or thinking in small pieces of English. These moments feel sudden, but they were built slowly. Respect slow preparation. Do not search for magic. Your mind changes through contact, focus, meaning, and repetition. You already have the ability. The system simply wakes it up. You learned your first language without translating every sentence. You connected sounds to people, objects, actions, needs, and feelings. You can build direct English connections too. The process is not exactly the same because you are older now, but the basic power remains. Your mind can connect sound to meaning. Give it enough clear examples. Give it enough repetition. Give it calm attention. Give it time. One of the greatest changes will happen when you stop asking, "What does this mean in my language?" and begin asking, "What is happening here? What idea is the speaker sharing? What picture do I see? What feeling do I hear? What may come next?" These questions keep you inside English. They create understanding without unnecessary travel. Translation is not your enemy. It helped you begin. You can still use it when a difficult idea truly needs explanation, but it should become a tool, not a prison. Use translation when necessary. Do not use it automatically. Try direct meaning first. Look at the context. Use a simple English explanation. Create a picture. Find an example. Only then use translation if the idea remains unclear. Slowly, you will need it less. This reduction should be natural. Do not become angry when translation appears. The habit may be strong. Simply return to meaning. Suppose you hear careless. Your first language appears inside your head. Do not panic. Now connect the word to a scene. Someone leaves their phone on the edge of a table and walks away. That person is not paying enough attention. They are careless. The direct connection becomes stronger. Next time, the picture may appear before the translation. Later, only the meaning appears. This is how habits change, not through force, through stronger replacement. Build a better path and use it often. Your silent mind is the perfect place for this new path. When your mind is noisy, translation, fear, and self-judgment fight for attention. When your mind is quiet, sound can connect directly to meaning. You hear more. You notice patterns. You feel the speaker's direction. You allow the idea to form. Silence does not mean your mind is doing nothing. It means your mind is not wasting energy on unnecessary noise. The deepest understanding often feels quiet. You are not shouting meanings inside your head. You are simply following. The sentence arrives. You know what it means. Then the next sentence arrives. You continue. There is no inner celebration after every understood word. There is no panic after every missed word. There is movement. This is the state you are building. A calm, flexible, English-thinking mind. A mind that listens for ideas. A mind that uses context. A mind that remains steady under speed. A mind that can lose one word without losing the whole message. A mind that can learn from real sentences. A mind that trusts itself enough to continue. This is much greater than memorizing a vocabulary list. You are changing the way you process language. At first, English is something you study. Then it becomes something you use. Later, it becomes something you enter. You stop standing outside the sentence, breaking it apart. You step inside the meaning. You see what the speaker sees. You feel the emotion. You follow the argument. You wait for the ending. You respond to the idea. This is comprehension. Real comprehension is not the ability to translate perfectly. It is the ability to receive the message. If someone tells a joke and you laugh naturally, you understood. If someone gives a warning and you react quickly, you understood. If an audiobook idea changes the way you think, you understood. If a story makes you feel sad or excited, you understood. Meaning reached you. That is the purpose of language. Never let perfect translation become more important than human connection. English carries stories, knowledge, warnings, dreams, questions, and feelings. Listen for those things. Words are the vehicle. Meaning is the destination. Your final daily challenge is simple. For the next 30 days, choose one period each day when English is the only language inside your practice. No translation unless completely necessary. Begin with 5 minutes. Look around and think in English. Then listen to a short audio. Create pictures. Follow the main idea. Save one phrase. Explain what you heard using easy English. If you forget a word, describe it. If you miss a sentence, return to the next clear idea. If your mind translates, gently come back. Do not judge yourself. Every return strengthens the new path. After 1 week, increase the English-only period. After 2 weeks, add a longer summary. After 3 weeks, try a new voice. After 4 weeks, return to your first audio. You may notice something beautiful. The English that once felt outside you now feels closer. You no longer need to pull every sentence through another language. Some ideas enter directly. Some phrases feel natural. Some answers appear appear without planning. This is the English mind waking up. Do not expect it to wake fully in one morning. Every day opens its eyes a little more. Every calm listening session gives it strength. Every sentence understood without translation gives it confidence. Every useful phrase becomes another tool. Every spoken summary teaches it to express meaning. Continue. The greatest danger now is not difficult English. It is stopping too early. You may reach a level where you understand much more than before, but you still notice your weaknesses. This is normal. As you improve, you become more aware of what you do not know. Do not mistake awareness for failure. A beginner may not notice connected speech at all. An improving learner notices it and feels challenged. That challenge shows growth. You are hearing more deeply. You are ready for the next level. Keep your expectations honest. You will not understand every movie after 1 month. You may still struggle with jokes, heavy accents, technical topics, or very emotional speech. That is not a problem. Choose the skills that matter most. Build a strong general foundation. Then enter special areas. For movies, learn common conversation phrases. For business, learn work vocabulary. For audiobooks, practice longer attention and mental pictures. For news, learn formal words and topic knowledge. For travel, practice questions and fast, everyday answers. Your English mind becomes stronger when training matches your purpose. Do not study everything at once. Know why you want fast comprehension. Let that goal guide your material. If audiobooks are your goal, listen to one narrator for several weeks. Learn how chapters are structured. Pause after major ideas. Record summaries. Increase listening time slowly. If movies are your goal, use short scenes. First watch without subtitles. Then check the text. Then watch again. Notice common expressions and emotions. If podcasts are your goal, choose topics you already understand in your own language. Topic knowledge will support listening. Later, move to unfamiliar subjects. Your path becomes faster when it has direction. But no matter the goal, the foundation remains the same. Quiet mind, full attention, direct meaning, complete phrases, main ideas, useful repetition, daily return. Never become so busy searching for advanced methods that you forget these simple truths. Simple does not mean easy. Remaining calm when you miss words is simple, but it takes training. Listening daily is simple, but it takes discipline. Thinking in easy English is simple, but it takes humility. Repeating common phrases is simple, but it takes patience. These simple actions are powerful because they work together. A quiet mind understands more. A direct connection understands faster. Familiar phrases reduce effort. Strong focus protects the message. Regular practice makes the process automatic. This is your complete system. There may be days when you feel stuck. Use the reset method. Return to easy audio. Listen to something you once understood well. Think in very simple English. Review familiar phrases. Record one short summary. Remind yourself that the skill still exists. Then slowly return to harder material. Do not keep pushing forward when frustration is destroying focus. Strong training includes recovery. An athlete sometimes reduces the weight to improve movement. A listener can reduce difficulty to rebuild flow. Easy practice is not going backward. It strengthens the foundation. There may also be days when practice feels too easy. Use the stretch method. Increase the speed slightly. Choose a new speaker. Listen for a longer period. Remove subtitles. Summarize without notes. Add one challenge only. Do not change everything. Your mind grows best when it can clearly feel the new difficulty. If you add speed, accent, new topic, long length, and difficult vocabulary at the same time, you will not know what caused the problem. Change one thing, adapt, then change another. This is intelligent progress. Protect your confidence with evidence, not empty words. Do not only tell yourself, I am becoming good. Show yourself. Save old recordings. Return to old audio. Track listening time. Notice phrases you now understand instantly. Use English in a real situation. Confidence becomes strong when it stands on proof. You listened for 20 minutes without translating much. That is proof. You understood the main point of a fast podcast. That is proof. You explained a chapter in your own words. That is proof. You returned after a difficult day. That is proof of discipline. Collect these moments. They will carry you through doubt, but never become arrogant. English is endless. There will always be new speakers, words, and ideas. Stay curious. A master is not someone who believes they know everything. A master knows knows how to learn from anything. When a new word appears, they use context. When a new accent appears, they listen patiently. When a difficult topic appears, they build background knowledge. When confusion appears, they return calmly. This learning ability is your true power. You are not only building English knowledge, you are building a mind that knows how to learn language. That skill can stay with you for life. One day, someone may ask how you learn to understand fast English. They may expect a complicated answer, but you will know the truth. You trained your attention. You stopped worshiping every single word. You accepted incomplete understanding. You learned phrases through real sentences. You used pictures and context. You practiced thinking in easy English. You listened every day. You stayed when others stopped. The change was not one great moment. It was thousands of small moments. Thousands of times you heard a sound and searched for meaning. Thousands of times your mind wandered and you returned. Thousands of sentences. Thousands of direct connections. That is how mastery is built. Quietly, slowly, then suddenly visible. Fast English is not a monster. It is normal language moving at the speed of real thought. Your old method was too slow. Now you are building a faster one. You are no longer translating every stone on the road. You are looking at where the road leads. You are no longer trying to hold every sound. You are carrying the message. You are no longer fighting the speaker. You are moving beside them. This is what it means to become a master of fast English comprehension. Not perfect ears. Not endless vocabulary. Not a mind filled with rules. A calm mind that knows how to find meaning. A flexible mind that can guess, connect, and continue. A trained mind that stays present. A silent mind that allows English to enter directly. Begin now. Look at one object and name it in English. Describe one action. Think one simple thought. Play one short audio. Do not translate the first sentence. See the picture. Feel the meaning. Follow the next idea. When a word is missing, stay calm. When your mind becomes noisy, return. When the speaker moves quickly, listen for direction. When the audio ends, explain what reached you. Then do it again tomorrow. You are not waiting for your English mind to appear. You are building it every time you choose meaning over translation. Every time you choose calm over panic. Every time you choose the full idea over one missing word. Every time you choose daily practice over another excuse. The change has already begun. Your ears are learning. Your attention is becoming stronger. Your inner voice is becoming quieter. English phrases are beginning to live inside you. Meaning is finding a shorter road. Keep opening that road. One day the speaker will begin talking and you will not prepare yourself for battle. You will simply listen. The sentences will arrive. The ideas will connect. The story will continue. And your mind will move with it naturally. No heavy translation. No fear after every unknown word. No long delay. Only sound becoming meaning. Only English becoming clear. Only a silent, trained mind doing what it was always able to learn. This is your final transformation. Do not only learn English. Build a mind that can live inside it. Do not only hear words. Receive ideas. Do not only study speech. Move with it. Do not only wait for mastery. Practice like a master today. Stay calm. Stay curious. Stay consistent. Trust the direct meaning. Trust the complete sentence. Trust your growing ability. Train your silent mind until English no longer feels fast. Train it until familiar phrases enter like one clear thought. Train it until missing words stop frightening you. Train it until you can follow the message through noise, speed, and different voices. Train it until English becomes not a subject you study, but a world you can enter. The door is already open. The voice is already speaking. The meaning is already there. Quiet the noise. Step inside and understand.